As soon as you hit live, we just start going right immediately. Just go.
Hey everybody, welcome to the King of Animus podcast. EA told me to go immediately. Oh, we're live. We're live. Hello everyone, welcome to the King of Anime podcast. EA told me to go immediately and he was right the first time. I should have went with it, but nobody's going to know that because it just went live now about the fake intro, but it's fine. It's okay. We went live early this time. Usually it takes like 45 seconds for the thing to go live. But anyways, this is the King of Anime podcast. How is your guys' week's been?
Been a pretty good week. This past Sunday, both Sasuke's team and my team, talking about football by the way, won. My team, I don't know what the fuck they were smoking, but they just whooped on some ass this past weekend.
Who did y'all
44 to
play?
10. The Rams, 44 to 10. 44 to 10. That never happens. But I'm happy all the same. And also, this week is my brand new season of dodgeball. I am a captain of a dodgeball team. We are called the Sith Snipers because it is Disney villain themed. And I just said, well, I don't know any really good Disney villains, and they're probably already going to be taken anyway. So I just said Darth Vader. Kind of fitting.
I think that's a pretty creative name too.
Thank
You
you.
know, because the dodgeball is red. I assume, right?
Yes.
Ah,
So
yeah.
it fits with the Sith theme, and then it's like it's Sith snipers because we know Star Wars is notoriously great with people in their shooting game.
Yeah, so it fools the enemy team into thinking, like it lures them into a false sense of security.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come out and you
Yeah.
snipe them. And they were like, oh shit, the name was actually legit.
Yeah, it's like one of those it's like one of those ironic things, like Biggie Smalls.
For
Like when they
sure.
call somebody like a
Yeah.
giant person tiny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
You know, I went to go see Dan to Dan in theaters this past week, and you know what's funny is my mother reminded me of a thing that I used to say when I was a kid. Can you guess what it was? You can't. Why am I even asking
I pooped
you?
my
No,
pants.
McDonald's.
No. She
I had
said.
an accident.
She said, "Remember when you used to say you're killing me, Smalls?"
Oh,
Yes, that's from
that's my next guess.
The Sandlot.
Yes, and that was another instance where I was like, "Man, I have seen that movie so much, but I remember nothing." I guess.
I'm to get reacquainted again.
But yeah. This is the King of Anime podcast. Leave a like, share it out with your friends. We cover anime every Monday at 9 a.m. EST. Sometimes a little earlier, sometimes a little later, sometimes on a different day, but mostly on Monday at 9 a.m. EST. So make sure to subscribe, like, drop in the comment your phone number. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Also,
please don't do that.
we have a Patreon. You can follow us there, or you can become a patron where we got some Pokemon, some Pokemon content going on over there that we recorded this last week about just kind of our memories and stuff with Pokemon and our favorite Pokemon and if you can eat Pokemon. Did we go over
You
that
can.
one?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, isn't it in the lore? Don't they eat the Pokemon in the lore?
I mean, probably in like the manga because I know I think they killed an Ekans in a manga, so I wouldn't be surprised if they ate a Pokemon or two.
This is some good wheezing.
Yeah, some of them. I mean, but no, you could eat a snake. Birds. People eat birds.
Those deer ones, Stantler. I
Hmm.
bet those would taste delicious.
Yeah, you got the pig ones too.
Or
So
the fish
What
one,
about
Scoldine.
Snorlax?
You couldn't penetrate Snorlax.
I don't like the phrasing of that.
Like with a knife, you couldn't cut it.
I don't know. Ant-Man can go into many places you'd least expect.
None of us are Ant-Man.
Yeah.
But do we want to share out the next link? Do we want to still plug that?
What's the next link? I only have the two links.
Let me highlight it.
You just
Do we want to promote that platform?
Oh, well, I already posted it. So.
Okay, well, I guess we're posting it. KOA does not promote violence or Elon Musk in any way, but we're posting the link. So screw you, buddy, pal.
I'm not your guy, buddy.
Friend. Screw you, man. And so, as just another reminder, subscribe to us, bitch.
I don't think you have to say that part every time.
You don't have to say right.
It's in the script. It says it. I gotta say it.
Let's remove that part because I think that's the part that's keeping us from getting more subscribers. Oh yeah, motherfucker.
Okay, I rewrote it. Subscribe to us, bitch. I'm not your buddy, pal.
I don't think that made it any better.
It made it worse.
Well, fine. You win. I'm going to change it back to subscribe to us, bitch. There. Look, I accomplished something. That was my idea.
You accomplished
Now it's
nothing.
my IP to sit on.
And do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
Right
sir.
now I'm feeling sad, so I need something to uplift me. Do you have anything in mind?
I don't know any songs right off the top of my head. That would probably make you sadder if I sing any songs right now.
Yeah, there's probably a segment of the podcast.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, I got something that'll never give you the blues.
Ooh.
Now let's get ready for the KOA.
Hey! Satsuki
Okay.
was smart. He cut me
First,
off.
oh,
Good job.
oh no, I thought you said. I was like,
I was about to go on a whole thing.
oh, my bad. I was
No,
looking at the
that's a
thing, I
good
was like,
thing. That's a good thing. Less
Okay.
me, the better.
I think I sought the catastrophe or something.
You did.
Isn't that what you do, Satsuki? You
Yeah.
didn't you do that last week?
Yeah,
You like saved
solves all the
people and you
problems.
stopped catastrophe from happening. Yeah, you
Oh,
solved all the problems.
No, I don't. I forgot who told him to read that one manga. I think it was Metamorphosis, but
Oh, that. Yeah.
that was a scary proposition.
Yeah. That's almost as scary as the tangent I was about to go on.
Now I want to know what the tangent is.
It would have been nothing. It would
No,
have been
no.
just me bullshitting like I
Okay.
usually do.
It's the fucking Fire Force plot all over again. And another thing.
Yes, but that became a part of my character now on KOA.
Yeah.
We need a rewrite.
Do want to say welcome to the people in the chat right now: Trayvon, Decrepit Storm, Dan. What's good with y'all?
Hello.
So, first order of business: Madoka Magica has a new trailer. It's about 30-second trailer. It's on YouTube now. I looked at it, which is surprising because I usually never watch trailers, but that goes to show you how much I've been anticipating this this next movie. I don't know if it's going to be the end of the Madoka Magica series, because honestly, I thought that the movie, the original movie, was gonna could have ended the series, but it looks pretty good, and I'm excited for it.
Walpurgisnatch?
While
Walpurgisnacht. Sorry.
yeah,
Wow. I was way
It's
off.
like Night of the Dead or something like that.
it's like
What is
probably
it?
it sounds like a German name.
Yeah, it does.
is, yeah.
Walpurgisnatch Rising.
You just said a slur.
I'm sorry.
What about my Walpurgisnatch? Yeah, no.
Sounds like that one thing Missy Elliott was singing in that song. It's your wall, Parks and National.
Bro, I learned about that the other day. That's really funny. But yeah, the Monaco Magica trailer. I haven't seen this yet, but what do you think, Satsu? You think it's like you think we would love it as the Monaco Magica laymen?
For sure.
Layman?
For sure. I don't know like what direction they're going to go with this movie. I don't know if because I feel like the original movie was really Homura focused. I don't know if this one is going to be Homura focused or more Madoka focused, but it looks good. Written by Gen Orobuchi, so it's not the same people who did like Magia record, because that ended up not being too great. So it should end up being good. Same studio, Shaft. So I'm excited for it.
Nice. It's gonna look nice. A lot of head tilts.
Of course, head tilts, slow pans, weird close-ups for no reason.
Yeah, and it's like a half a second long. It's just like talking, and then all of a sudden, bam, right here, and then it's gone.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same director that does this, or it's just like a Shaft thing. But I always found that interesting. It's like it's like the director is just like schizophrenic, almost like I need another cut.
Yeah, they need. It's like they're trying to find their own style, and they want to separate themselves from other anime. And it's like people will remember us with the tilts and the extreme close-up 1 minute, and then a fucking long shot the next of scenery, and then the next minute a kneecap.
It works though, because it just makes the conversations feel more interesting, even if it's not. Like, because the content of a conversation is what it is, but it's kind of eye-catching in a way that maybe it makes a conversation that was boring a lot more exciting. I mean, that's the way I felt with El Fatel of Memories. Because there was a lot of times where I feel like the direction of a particular scene made the conversation much more interesting.
For
like
sure.
Yeah.
like that phone call scene.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah,
An amazing scene.
Is great, and I think that's the mark of a good director. I think that honestly, Satsuki, it's the job of director. That's exactly what you're talking about. Just make sure things look good.
Certainly works. So hopefully we get to see that magic in the movie.
Hopefully.
But the next order of business is Konosuba OVA is announced. I have no idea what this is going to contain. But I mean, more Konosuba, I guess.
Yeah, they always have to have an OVA every season.
Yeah.
First season did it, second season did it. It's just per the course at this point.
Kazu Trash is probably going to get in a bikini or something.
Yeah, it's an OVA, so anything can happen. Some fan service thing.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, well, it was very heavy on darkness season 3, so I mean, let's continue with the darkness and put her in a compromising
Do you believe in a
position.
thing called love? Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. There's a chance we can make it now. We'll be rocking till the darkness.
Yes, I
believe in a
got
thing
it the
called
first time. Good band, but yes, I get it.
I feel like if we don't already know what the OVA is supposed to contain, I feel like it might actually focus on a side character like Wiz or like one of those characters.
Maybe the princess lady from this season.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was a character. Iris.
She got pimp slapped.
Wait, no, she didn't. Cosmo did.
Slapped?
Oh wait. Oh, you're talking
Darkness
about
slapped her.
darkness. You're talking about darkness. I thought you were talking about when the random alley thugs beat up Kazuma.
Oh no, Kazuma got his nuts squished and just he got squinched all season. Literally just, darkness was throwing herself at her and he was like, "You're so muscly, baby." And just that was all she wrote.
Kazuma is now impotent. Good for him.
He's very impotent.
especially after the orcs.
Nathaniel. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say really quick. He was in the fetal position, sucking his thumb while Aqua was stroking his head.
So Nathaniel Duncan said in the chat, "I've only watched the original Madoka TV series. I would definitely recommend the movie. I still think I like the the episode, the TV anime we got as a whole better than the movie, but the movie is like a perfect. It's a perfect it's a perfect transition. Like it's not necessary for you to watch the movie because I feel like the anime is complete enough, but I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're a fan of Homura.
Yeah, it's very, very good. It's one of the best movies I've ever watched, in my opinion.
And I don't even watch anime movies.
And it's got a musical in it. about
big cake, round cake, all around me. Who do you think this cake could be? No, it's not me. I am the. I forgot.
Coral Snake.
I am the coral snake of this anime.
I'm the apple of this story.
I'm the juicy apple of this story.
I want to see Akira do a version of this now.
Oh, please.
Just Akira, Yoko, and then Misaki, and then
like Utsubo, throw an Utsubo in there or something. Hina. One of the Sex
we gotta
Pistols.
get Kainuma back from the grave.
Oh yeah. Kainuma stewing in the corner.
Someone's literally just moving his mouth up and down.
Yeah, no, and he's the one that dies in the song, like the monster thing.
Oh my god.
Hilarious.
It's perfect.
Well. Next order of business is Monogatari. Yeah, Monogatari. And Steins Gate are to have a collab. What this collab is, I have no idea.
I don't like that.
Since it's Monogatari, it's gonna be the girls. It's gonna be like the Monogatari author if he wrote dialogue for Steins Gate. So it's gonna be a lot of puns and double entendres and
fast talking,
yeah, like art through speech. And it's just going to be like, I have solved the space-time continuum, and therefore it is upon me to herald in the new age of the era of time-traveling men and pigs. Pigs flying. Yes, pigs. Onomatopoeia.
Okay,
I don't like it.
So I'm just trying to get a feel for what people think it is, and somebody speculated it could be like a pop-up shop or like cafe theme thing.
Yeah, it could be a cafe too. Yeah,
it probably is something like that because I can't imagine they're going, with these two big series that they're going to make like some anime project or anything like that.
I can't imagine it either.
Yeah, so yeah, they'll probably use the girls for like some anime related theme thing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Okabe's just in the background, just laughing, going, "No one likes me. I'm so cool, son of a bitch."
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. But I guess for the final topic is just Dan opens to $1 million box office. That's pretty notable for an anime film. Well, this is not even an anime film. This is the first 3 episodes of the series cut together in a theatrical release with an interview showing before the actual screening. I went to go see it in my theater, and in Tennessee, where nobody cares about anything that isn't Jesus or trees, and they don't even care about the trees.
Jesus or trees, very specific.
Well, I can say other things that Tennessee cares more about, namely one, incest. because apparently we want to pass that as a law here. But went to the theaters. It was half full at my theater. Tons of people were watching Dan and Dan. I went to go see it with my mother because I'm a lunatic, in case you didn't know from all these years.
You like taking your mom to anime movies?
I figured it
I
out.
do, yeah. I like taking my mother and father to anime movies because they've kind of just, as they gotten older, they're just like, whatever. I get to spend time with you. So I'm like, time to expose them to Demon Slayer and now Dan and Dan. Not a very good choice, Dan and Dan.
Say, I would be so embarrassed only because I know what my parents would be saying. Son, what is that? Why is the girl half naked? Why are there boobs hanging out? What?
Isn't she in high school?
So an episode, So an episode what it dawned on, a female high schooler character gets stripped to her bra and panties, and a scene happens. Bro, she didn't say anything about it. She just watched. She looked like she was, because I was looking over to see her reaction, see if she's like freaking out or whatever. No, she seemed to enjoy the entire thing. After the film, I was surprised. Like Demon Slayer, I was like, okay, they like Demon Slayer. We also saw the Spy Family Code Red film. She liked that too, along with my aunt. They both liked it. But after this one in particular, she had the most to say about it out of all three of those, and she had nothing bad to say. She loved Okaroon. She loved Seiko especially. Seiko's the granny, but Seiko's fucking awesome. So I can see.
She was literally like, I think the character's name was Abiko from Oshi no Ko, where she's just
Abiko
at the very end of the play, just clapping and her mouth open and just so excited and so happy.
She loved the opening and ending themes. And by the way, we watched it subtitled in theaters too, and she loved it. She kept up with the entire thing. She thought it was great. And by the way, as a comment on the first 3 episodes of Dan and Dan, I'm just saying, if these first 3 episodes are an indicator, this is going to be one of the most popular anime in the world by the end of its first season. And that I'm not saying that lightly. The production was insane. I'm talking like going to see like Mugen Train in theaters for the first time and seeing that fight at the end, or oh god, like Attack on Titan, the final episodes. It's just anything. I think it's better than JJK season 2 in terms of the fights and the animation. I mean, it was just so consistent throughout. It was like, I just remember going, wow. The opening and endings are incredible. Some of the best animated opening and endings I've ever seen. Very reminiscent of Tank, Cowboy Bebop's opening. Very reminiscent of that. Takes a lot of inspiration from that. But yeah, I mean, it's great. It's great. I loved it. I loved the entire thing. It kind of blew away my expectations a little bit, because I went in going, oh, well, the sound's going to be off. Like, it's not going to look right, but it looks cinematic. It sounded great. It was very good. Very, very good showing.
Okay.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, that could be a show that we watch on the podcast. I know Dan has been wanting us to watch it. It's not one that I'm going to pick. We'll of course we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I mean, if
it's what we're going to watch,
if it's up to me, and if I don't select anything else, I'm definitely selecting this now. Before, I was kind of on the fence about selecting it for KOA, but I think it's just too good. It's way too good.
Okay.
Also, Natsuki Hanai as Okaroon. That was a beautiful casting. Beautiful casting. It's the voice of Tanjiro, by the way. Tangerine.
I love you.
Anyways.
I got something.
Yes.
I got some. Just a quick bit of news. I always have to cut in here with just a quick little thing. The Emmys happened. One noticeable piece of works I just want to talk about is that the show Shogun has won 18 Emmys, an all-time record for a single season of television. So, if you guys haven't seen Shogun, I recommend it. It's a really good show.
First time I'm hearing about it.
Oh, well.
What's it about?
I've heard about it.
You'll just search it online. It's some kind of like no-name show. What the fuck? But yeah, that was impressive, and it won, and it did really well for itself. So happy joy.
Wait, Hiroyuki Sanada is in it?
Oh yeah. The cool thing about this show, and what I really like about it, and what I've always had an issue when it came to like certain movies, is that they stick to their native tongue, because it's like a Japanese and English show, which is pretty interesting, because it always makes sense. Whenever you see like a foreign film, they would speak in their own language to one another, but then when they're speaking to someone who's, English, or in this case British, they're still speaking that language, but then they have somebody translate it and whatnot. And I don't know, I just think that's like a nice attention to detail, because when I used to watch shows a long time ago where they're supposed to be like full-on Russians, but they're speaking English, just always took me out
Hello,
of
comrade. It is me, Russian.
You know what I'm talking about, though? It's just always funny to me. They do that shit in anime, too, where it's just like, I don't speak any English. And it's the English dub, and they're speaking Japanese.
I can't speak a Japanese.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I think Shogun's a really good show. Great acting, just great directing overall, just really good. It's a slow burn at first, but then once it gets into it after the first 2 episodes, it gets really good.
Well, let's go ahead and let's jump into Midori Days.
Midori Days. We're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, we are.
Fellas.
We are about at the end of the series. I just gotta say, Koda is secretly more of a man than pretty much all of us combined. I'm pretty sure, and I don't know why, but because he was doing the Armin thing in this episode. He was like, "Gentlemen, we do not fight violently with our fists. No, we do it through our words, our sentences. We live by the pen, we die by the pen. And we shall not set a bad example for the future generations that we solve problems through violence." I'm just like, dang, that guy is totally right.
No, I like Koda. Koda's adorable. He stands by his beliefs, no matter who he's talking to. He just walks up to these 3 delinquents and like, these are the guys that look super tough and nobody wants to mess with them. He's like, hey, you know Seiji?
He's
we look like we're Seiji's friends.
He's the guy that that lands.
You guys are delinquents, right?
What's her name? What the fuck is the girl's name?
Ayase?
Lima? Delta? Lima? Spice and Wolf? The girl with the the bar girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ima.
Yeah, that's the girl Koda is gonna get.
I mean, if that was Ima's husband's personality, then I could see that how that would happen.
And he's gonna be the Dom.
Possibly. But no, Koda came back in this episode because Midori's family is doing whatever it takes to get her to wake up. They're employing monks and all types of other scammers, I'm pretty sure. Because who knows how much money they're doling out to all these people. I mean, it is their daughter, so...
I'm surprised what's-his-face from Mob Psycho isn't there trying to scam her out of her money. It's like, oh yeah, I can bring your daughter back. Mob, come in here.
Yeah, there's like a lot of people, and it just goes to show you like how desperate they are, and also just how much they care about Midori. Which that brings back what I said last podcast, where I was kind of taken aback by Midori, not thinking about the other people that care about her, uh, that knew her, her friends, her family, because they're not being able to see her because of all of this transpiring. So I'm wondering if next episode we're going to see more of that. I mean, we have what, 2 more episodes left?
Yeah, this is 2 more because this was 11. Yeah, 11. So just
Yeah.
only 2 more.
I'm wondering I'm kind of scared because I feel there's some things that need to happen, and I don't know if there's enough time for everything to wrap up in a satisfactory matter. Because one thing I'm pretty sure is going to happen, and where I think some time is going to be devoted, is Ayase. I definitely think if she is going to confess, it's going to be next episode, just because she's starting to understand that I'm being a tsundere. I don't like this trope because I don't get any men with this trope. So I think she's going to stop being a tsundere and actually confess. Because she's starting to run out of excuses, and she's starting to hate the part of herself that isn't honest with her feelings. So I think that's going to happen. I think obviously she's going to get rejected, but I think that's going to lead Seiji into admitting his love for Midori, which I guess that would, if because with that in mind, like that would be a seamless transition for that romance to be developed fully at the end, because that was something he was struggling with in this episode, saying "I love you" to Midori. Which, how do you lose rock paper scissors to your own right hand?
I mean, technically, it's not really his right hand. She's controlling it.
Yeah,
That's true.
but it's still embarrassing.
It is.
And he lost badly. He didn't win one time.
You couldn't live to see the next day. It's like, what happened to you? My right hand beat me at paper, rock, scissors. What? How did that happen? I
My
don't wanna
hand
talk
wife.
about it. Yeah, my hand wife. You want to see her? No, I swear she was there.
I gotta say, at the very beginning, I thought it was really funny when Midori's like, "Hey Seiji, you should get me something or whatever," and Seiji's like, "I'll buy you new clothes." I'm like, dude, she's only worn one thing the entire series. Now that's the least you're gonna do? She wears an I Heart Seiji shirt. It's just the horror of this man. But to be fair, Midori kind of follows it up with a very how shall we say it? We call it a red flag, which is this isn't the dub. Midori's like, "No, Seiji, will you tell me you love me?" I'm like, dang. If someone said that to me and we're like friends, I don't know what I'd do. I think I'd run away. I think I'd turn around. I would literally, you know what? I would retroactively pull out my old wheelies from high school and start wheeling away on my wheelies.
Wheelies. Those are shoes, right?
Shoes with wheels in them, yes.
That's right.
They're called Heelys.
Heelys, yes.
That's right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like, oh, look at the time. Gotta go. Heely away.
Yeah,
I used
running
to have
away.
some Heelys.
I never had any. I think
My-
that was...
My cousin had some fake ones and they broke.
Oh, no. I couldn't imagine, having those, just because it's like, especially if you tried to, stop on your heels, you just fall flat on your ass.
Oh, they're pretty. From what I remember, they were pretty easy to navigate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the wheel isn't big, so it's not. And then you could, once you stop, you could just replace it because you take the thing off and then you put the flat bottom on it.
Oh.
Yeah, so it wasn't like the wheel was there, and the wheel is a replaceable part, so you could take the wheel out and then put the flat bottom on there, and then it's a flat shoe.
Okay. That just goes to show you how much I knew about Heelys. I mean, I knew of them, and I always thought it was really interesting that I would just be walking at a normal pace, and these people would just walk right by me, just on their heels. I'm like, what the fuck? What is that?
They're
But then I
hovering.
found out. Yeah. It just looked so weird to me, but I don't know. If I was to do them now, give them a try. It'd be fun.
What would you guys do if you were in this situation and you had your right hand say, "Tell me
I
you
love you."
love me"?
I'd do it.
I mean,
I'm
he
at that-
lost. He lost, so just do it.
Yeah, I'm at that age now where it doesn't bother me, but I know it's different for high school students. It's like, say that you love me. Okay. You don't even have to mean it. It's just, I love you. And I'm sure even if you did it like lazy as, like not even said the words, you just go, she would go, it'd just be so happy, but I don't know. He couldn't muster up those 3 words.
Yeah, and I think it's a reason deeper than just him being embarrassed about it. Obviously, that's a factor, but I think he didn't want to say it in a disingenuous way because he may be developing those feelings for her. So it may like appall him to, just I don't know, just to blurt that out when that's not what he's feeling at the moment. Which I say that, but this dude is constantly looking at other women, which I understand. Like, the way he does it blatantly, I know he can't do it away from Midori, but it's just the fact that Midori's like, Seiji, I love you. Damn. Like it's the meme of the guy walking
It is,
with the girl.
yeah.
And then,
Yep. Mm-hmm. It really is. And Midori's the one with that disgusted face. What the hell?
Someone needs to make a meme of that. That would be perfect.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
No! Oh my God! Photoshop the Midori doll onto his hand.
Yeah. It would.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. But to be fair, that waitress did have humongous cans.
Wait, because I just thought what they need to do. So they need to have him looking that way, like he recreate the meme with Seiji. Midori's like looking disgusted like that, and then Seiji's walking with a Yase who's also looking disgusted, and Seiji looking at someone else.
Oh, dude, that'd be great.
Yes, that would be the best Photoshop ever.
That'd be
I
hilarious.
need that now.
Oh my God.
What was that picture originally intended for? Because
I
I know
don't know.
memes
I think it
come
was just some
from other
stock
things,
image.
It probably was. It looks like it.
but I mean, it's like so perfect in every sense of the word. The guy's face is perfect. The lady's face is perfect. I mean, you don't really see the other lady because she's kind of like blurry and out of focus, but all she's doing is just walking straight, but just the perfect expressions on all their faces.
The girl in the meme needs to just be a Yase, but in disguise. Just wearing the hat.
Yeah.
I do gotta say though, I was very surprised that Midori's family was, for the most part, entirely horrible, but her mom was the nice one, and I just gotta say,
Don't say it.
I know what he's
but I
going to
have
say.
to, but I have to say it.
Go ahead, say it.
She's a nice lady. I appreciate her kindness.
Is that it?
I mean, I could think of a couple more things, but I'm not gonna say it now.
Oh. These 3 goons don't have anything to do. They don't go to their own school. They just wait on Seiji
They do, yeah.
and then kidnap people that has anything to do with Seiji.
And they strip them down to their skibbies.
Yeah,
Which
was
is
that
kind
kind of
a little
psychotic.
strange.
Kind of psychotic, like just a little.
Just
Now-
skosh.
I have seen videos of people catching their ops lacking and making them strip and stuff like that. But I will never understand the mentality of it, because why do you want to see this dude down to his tidy whities?
I want to see it because I'm
Who-
straight.
Whose idea was this? Because like they said, oh, we want to use him to lure Seiji. Okay, I don't think he needs to be naked for that.
It's like
Right.
that wrestling promo where remember the APA when they came out and they said we're
Yes.
all about pounding ass.
Mm-hmm. but yeah, I don't get it myself, because I was waiting for one of those guys to go, do we really need to take his clothes off, sir? We just want to fight Seiji.
And then they jump him and take his clothes off.
There, he's like, this is what I get for opening my mouth. I shouldn't have said anything. Anyone else want to talk about not getting naked? Get his ass.
Kill him.
But yeah, so they strip Koda naked, and obviously Seiji comes in there, and then there's only one part I don't like in this episode, and it's just a me thing. It's not inherently bad, it's just me. I didn't like that Seiji was losing the fight at any point, because I'm like, okay, I understand he doesn't have it as his dominant hand, and that does make a difference in fighting. But I don't think it should have made a difference in this particular moment, because Seiji's that much stronger than these guys. Like, he was kicking their ass. I know they were like, they kept getting back under, like, you're not using your right hand. But I'm like, no, but he just kind of like threw one guy to another guy and then fucking camel kicked the other guy. Like, I'm like, no, he's whooping your ass. Y'all should not be getting back up for this.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's a little nitpicky type thing for sure, but I think it was just made just to have that funny scene with Midori grabbing the fucking bowling pin and just start smacking people upside the head with it. So, I mean,
Yeah, that was
give or
pretty funny.
take, I guess.
Yeah. Then that led to Coda, seeing that, and then falling unconscious.
Midori, on your hand.
Which now I'm like, whenever he wakes up, I wonder where we go from here, because I feel like the next step, at least with that plot point, is Seiji going back to the house, and I feel like he has to show Midori's mom Midori, and that she has to confront the family about this whole thing, because I'm pretty sure the mom would just be happy to see her, even if she's a right hand.
That would be just so weird, though. You see your child that size on somebody's hand, while at the same time they're in bed.
Yeah.
That would blow my fucking mind. That's one of those. Wait, huh? Ooh,
Not
You know
in
what's
Kansas
crazy?
anymore, that's for sure.
I get the feeling that, as crazy as that situation would be, she probably wouldn't even care. She would just be happy to see Midori alive and alert.
Oh, my baby, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, look at how small you are. I love Seiji. Is this Seiji? What the fuck?
What do you got her wearing, you sick pervert?
Rary, are you making her wear this shit? What are you doing? Like, the thoughts that would go through my mind after originally seeing this guy, because think about that. This guy in your mind is a groper of your unconscious daughter, and now she's on this dude's hand. The thoughts in your mind are like, what did you do to this girl?
And she's wearing an I Heart Seiji shirt that if the mom's like, why are you wearing that? She would try to do it like, don't worry, I made this shirt myself. Like, that even makes it worse, because now it's like Seiji's making her make the clothes.
Right. Yeah. I have a feeling Seiji would get his ass whooped, or he'd get tied up, or police called. Something would happen.
Yeah. And I think the most important part that happened in this episode was the very beginning, where the fat cat gets rejected by the other cat.
That was tragic.
Yeah.
Poor fat cat. He can't catch a break. He's just like Seiji.
Is maybe he's a parallel to Seichi or something.
Maybe. Like if Seiji was a cat who was also fat, that would be him as a cat, I guess.
It's going to be a red pill cat now.
Women.
Pussy.
Yeah, pussy. For women. Incel. One thing that, just real quick, that I think is worthy of note, and I found it hilarious, and the first time after watching it so many times, I'm like, oh my god, I never noticed that before. Seiji got notes from Ayase because she was like wanting to help him, but she did the whole "it's not like I did it for you" or anything bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
After all that, he said he still failed the fucking test.
Yeah.
She made notes so that he could comprehend, and he still failed.
I'll say this in fairness to Seiji, she did this like a day before the exam, so it's kind of hard to retain information. But that goes to show you, man. Damn,
She's smart.
Well, that too, and just dedicated because I mean, those weren't her original notes because that had to be a separate note because it has the hearts and stuff on it, and if she's making like illustrations on it, like she actually has like a drawing of her like pointing towards stuff and going like. So yeah,
She's basically made her own textbook.
Yeah, those drawings were on par with Akira for sure.
What if Akira made notes for Misaki?
This is how I draw the cute little animals. And this is you naked.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. I love it.
But yeah, we got 2 episodes left, down to the nitty gritty. We're pretty much in the end game here because this series never had a season 2 and it has an actual ending. Whether it's good or not is to be determined.
What you mean like the manga had an actual ending or the anime?
Both. It's based off the manga, and the manga, I feel like they had. To be fair, I never read the manga, but I know the ending is the same as the manga. I do know that because I was just curious to see if it was any different, and maybe it's a little different, but it's pretty much the same.
Rad. Yo, can't wait. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Yep, that's. Oh, I will say, I love the line. Try to take us if you can, bitch. That was a good line.
Those were the goons.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, let's go ahead and let's get into Spice and Wolf.
Naked Holo.
Holo was indeed naked this episode.
More than once. And she was on top of Lawrence. Naked. He was like, girl, I know you're mad at me and everything, but I feel everything.
he also hugged her from behind, so
yeah,
and he was like whispering in her ear. I was like, "Whoa, what's about to happen?"
I know he. If this guy was on the periodic element table, he would be extremely hard.
From here on out in the show, when you see him, you have to spot it, but he's constantly always sporting a huge, gigantic boner.
Yeah.
When he's just walking around, and Holo's like, always like, Kraft, what the hell is that? Kraft's like, oh, this is nothing. Don't look.
My package. Just my package. God created it. Everything world keeps on spinning.
I see Trump now.
Oh no, I was trying to do Stewie
Oh, I thought
because no,
I was like,
no,
I see Trump.
no, no. I was trying to do the Stewie impression where
Okay,
for
now I can
some
hear
reason
it.
he put something in his diaper and he's like, "Oh hey, Ladon, how's it going? Oh, is it? Oh, what's this? This it's
Oh, I know,
just my package."
I know what scene you're talking about now.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but I guess it came off more Trumpish. My bad.
Yeah, but
Well,
it does seem like their relationship is progressing with each episode further and further, and it's getting more tense between the two.
I just think they're a lot more. I just think the things are, you know, things were a lot more turbulent before. I don't think they were perfectly in tune or in sync with their each other's emotions, and there's just a lot more understanding between the two. Um, you know, they don't have to, or I think part of the reason why too is because Lawrence asks Holo certain things because he knows her personality, so he kind of knows like what questions to ask and things not to tread over and stuff like that. So it works out a lot better. Even though that she almost like killed him this episode, I promise you the relationship is good.
She was crushing him with her giant wolf paw, and then just transformed and yeah,
Yeah,
she she
a
she,
little foreplay.
she did a little foreplay, just crushed him, just almost murdered him. I'll
Yeah,
swallow you whole.
some people like to get stepped on. Yeah,
Lawrence is one of those, huh? He enjoys women stepping on. Oh my god. Yeah, he's a dom for sure. He's like, "Oh my god, you're so hot. Step on me."
Where have I heard that before?
you know where you heard that before.
Familiar.
Oh god.
Don't tell me you still have it.
I have this. I mean, save
That's
him.
no,
Okay.
it's not the same.
So, first thing. So we escaped the cave. Cool. We reached the outside of it. Then we see that outside of the cave is like this offering site for uh Lord
Truyo.
Trio. Yeah.
Looked
This is
like
my first time saying that
Ooh,
name.
yo.
it looked like in Skyrim when you leave a cave and there's like a little thing there with like an apple and like some wheat or whatever.
Yeah, it's like an altar.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that was for so that wasn't the reason why that site is untouched by this village is because that was an offering site to um the god or the god that in Birch worships. So nobody from this village is going to this place. It's only people who, go to the church that is going to worship this place. So that's why it was untouched and why there was nobody there um when they left the cave. But Holo transforms. Wait, no, I got to talk about this moment because
Well,
Holo takes off. Go
Before you
ahead.
do that, really quick. C, please read what Decrepit Storm just posted.
Today we will be talking about one of my favorites, Holo the Wise Wolf Sheep. No.
Finish it.
No. No.
Finish it.
No.
She makes
I
me long and hard.
refuse.
Okay, so, Sasuke, continue. I just wanted to hear him say it.
Truth has been spoken. Holo takes off her clothes because she's about to transform. She doesn't want to mess up the outfit, of course. I just thought it was funny that Evan was looking over his shoulder. He was trying to catch a peek at it. And Elsa was like, "Keep your hair forward," because
He's a boy.
I mean,
He's a teenage boy through and through.
because he has to know. Like, obviously, she told him to turn that bat, so he doesn't know what she's doing, but you could hear the clothes rustling, so you have an idea. He's still like, I was like, hey, but yeah, they ride Holo. Uh, that happened. It's okay. It happened. Three people rode Holo, and they couldn't take it. They couldn't take it. It was a lot of sweating. It was a lot of bumping, grinding, um,
Yeah,
panting.
it seemed like they were holding on so hard that she was in pain.
Yeah,
Well,
she was like, "Oh, I like it rough."
I think Holo was fine. It's just I can't imagine. I can't imagine doing that because that has to be rough. Like
Yeah,
I've never rode horseback or whatever, but even that is kind of rough on people. So just imagine a creature much bigger and going much faster. Like,
yeah, yeah. You have to really hold on for dear life.
mm-hmm. It is, yeah, because Elsa was kind of slipping, and Evan was like, "I got you, baby.
I
Let me
got you,
hold you
girl. And,
close."
and then he like copped a feel. He was like, "I got you, girl. Don't worry."
Oh,
'Cause-
Evan, you're so incorrigible.
yeah, that's what she says. Oh, Evan, you just you're so silly.
Just wait
Also,
until
get
I
your
get
hand off my
off,
boob.
so I can punch you in the face.
And then In Birch or Iron Birch mobilizes their soldiers to go to the village, and they're trying to return the wheat. Lawrence kind of has the plan already mapped out, which is still super impressive to me because he hasn't seen anything from. He has barely seen this other town, and he already has a great idea of what they're trying to do. They're going to try to brand them as pagans, basically sever the deal, return the wheat, and basically make that village dependent on them and bleed them dry. That's the whole plan. And what we see later is that in the middle of their escape, Elsa wants to return back to the village. Evan follows after her, and the reason why this happens is because Elsa wants to carry the legacy of her mentor, Father Franz. So it's kind of a lot to unpack there because there's that side of it, and then there's how that relates to Holo. But I'll kind of leave things right there for now.
Daniel's right. Next week is the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe we're already here?
I don't want it to end.
Well, all good things must come to an end eventually.
I guess so. I guess that is true. I will say though, them riding Holo was a really, because we didn't see that in the original anime. I just thought the side of it was really cool to see, and also just at the very end when she like her eyes turn red, and it's like the first time I think I've ever seen Holo like as scary. And I thought it was interesting they portrayed her that way in that scene.
Yeah. She was mad and she was angry, but sometimes the truth hurts. And I feel like that's what Lawrence was kind of getting at, was like, listen, we're on KOA. KOA has the thing with bears. And
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry a bear went and fucked up your whole village, but if you were part of it, you would have done something. But it's already done. It's happened. It's over. There's nothing you can do about it.
Do you think Holo
And,
could defeat the
yeah.
bear?
Well, according to her, no. But if she was fighting him to the death, then yes.
Well, I think he was saying that if she fought him to the death, it would be, he wouldn't come out unscathed, but ultimately she would still lose. Like,
Oh,
because I think he said there would be like 3 more pages in the book,
okay.
basically
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
like, it would be hell for the bear.
Yeah, her
yeah.
Zanpakuto isn't strong enough.
If I'm gonna fight with a bear, hell the bear.
Well, technically,
uh,
all Holo would need to do is just scream really loud and say, "Go away, bear! Go away!" And eventually he'll go away. He'll get scared.
I don't think that the great moon bear that destroyed the village works under the
yeah,
same rules as a regular black bear.
I think it would be
yeah.
more effective. I mean, the bear's from the moon. He doesn't know anything about other people.
I don't think it would work that way. See, I think the bear would fuck her up.
Do you see the video of that guy being chased by a bear, and he like does like a Uno reverse card, and he starts chasing the bear, and the bear starts running away?
think I have.
Like the
I've-
bear trips, trying to get away from the dude.
Look at this loser.
I've seen one where a guy's legitimately climbing a mountain and a fucking bear attacks him, then he hits it, and then it falls off a mountain, then tries to climb back up, and he's hitting it every time. It's crazy.
Dang. Poor
Well,
bear.
Okay, so I don't know how long this is going to take, but this is where I want to go with this whole thing between Elsa and Holo. Elsa, Holo, and then Evan and Lawrence. Less with them, but they've been trying to make parallels with the pair to each other in a sort of way. Maybe not parallels, but I guess like the contrast of their characters shows you something about the other. So, like with Elsa, she's seeing a deity which her religion, that doesn't follow her religion, obviously. But the part of the reason why she said she wanted to follow Father Franz is because he was of the mind that I'm going to find out about all these different deities and all these different gods to prove that the existence of my God exists. So it's like the opposite thinking of other religions because other devout religious people would think this doesn't follow my religion, I reject it. Father Franz was kind of like, this can exist and my thing can exist too. So I think Elsa is now trying to follow that mold because whereas she may have wanted to reject Holo, she understands that Holo is Holo, a god, and then other gods could be their own entities as well. So that's where it went with her character. Now with Holo and her actions in this episode, I think the reason why she reacted the way she did is because she's seeing Evan and Elsa go back to protect their hometown against impossible odds. I mean, things got so bad that Lawrence and Holo said, "Fuck this, we're leaving. We're just escaping." And yet, and still, they decided to go back with like no plan at all, just because that's where they live, and that's kind of like where the core of their being is. So it kind of made Holo think back to the fact that she wasn't able to protect her hometown from the bear, and even though of course she didn't really have a choice because she was unaware of the threat that plagued Yoitsu. I think it made her feel like a sense of shame that she wasn't. She doesn't even know like what she would do in that situation, given the opportunity. So there was that, and then there was the Lawrence and Evan thing, which was a lot more obvious because Lawrence is like, "Do you want to be a merchant? You have to weigh the cost and the benefit."
Yes.
Basically just saying, just asking them what is more important to you. Is it more important for you to follow your ambition, or is it more important for you to chase after the girl that you obviously love? And then he chose Elsa. So there's your answer, which relates to Lawrence because what happened last arc, we found out that Lawrence cares more about Holo than just being a merchant.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. No, that's really well said. It's it's crazy. Crazy. We're
Yeah, I don't know. I just really like how much we can see from episode 1 to now this episode, how much they've changed and grown to become like inseparable, like kind of like a tag team, like a group, a partnership. When is in the very beginning, it was just sort of kind of like Kraft was very reluctant, kind of weary, and Holo was super overbearing and kind of a handful. But now he's sort of used to it. Now they have like a working chemistry between the two. It's really interesting to see the difference over time.
Yeah, I guess a way to describe it is like Polo was like this raging bull that Lawrence was desperately trying to control with all his might. He was trying to rein her in. Anyway, Lawrence is witty himself, so he has the ability to, make his smart, his quick witted replies just like Holo. But it always felt like Holo was the authority figure. But now it feels like their relationship is a lot more equal. So like going with the whole bull analogy, it's like now it's more like I don't know. It's like just two people side by side. It doesn't feel like Holo's just overtaking Lawrence or vice versa.
Yeah.
until she gets too hungry and then swallows him whole.
I like how Holo just threatens people all the time. It's like
Yeah.
if you fall, I'll carry you in my jaw. And then later on with Evan, because they're concocting some plan that we're not privy towards yet. But he was like, if I die of this poison, just kill me before I realize I'm poisoned. And she was like, don't worry, I'll eat you whole, and you won't even feel it.
I thought that was interesting when she went to transform, and she was like, "If you look, I'll eat you" or whatever. At face value, that just seems kind of like a normal kind of like threat. But I wonder if, because looking back at episode 1, the way Kraft reacted was an absolute horror, and Holo seemed to notice that and kind of be almost like, it's clear she's had in the past, she's done that thing to other humans, and they've treated her poorly, demonized her, whatever.
Which?
Yeah, and she has, I guess, some sort of trauma. But that's how I saw that scene, was that it was pointing more towards her trauma of what's happened in the past rather than simply just Holo wanting to keep something a secret or what have you. And I thought it was a subtle kind of nod to that. But what do you guys think now that I say that?
When you wake up, this will be nothing but a dream.
I hope.
Yeah, I think she was just prepping him. She told him not to show fear. And I think she was just prepping him for what obviously was going to happen, because they showed fear before they got a good look at her. They were like kind of quivering in fear, and Holo knew that was going to happen, so she was trying to prep them so it wouldn't be a complete shock.
Yeah,
it's like dipping your toe in the water before you jump in there.
It's absolutely terrifying. Just think about it. You're not looking, and all of a sudden you just hear something just metamorphosize and transform, and then you just hear thud, 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 because that's her laying her legs down. And you're like, oh God, what the fuck is that? Then you turn around, oh my God, it's a 20-foot story fucking wolf. Jesus Christ, help me.
And then she says, arigato ooh.
Arigato. Wasn't he a bear? He turned into a bear too. The bear was fucking up people in that show too. Bears are pieces of shit. Bears are pieces of shit. I don't think a bear has done a good thing on this podcast.
We need to change that.
I honestly don't know how.
Team.
I don't know what bear anime we could watch that would reverse that.
Kuma. Bear?
What, like a bear Nokotan or something?
There's also that Attack on Titan bear thing.
It's an Attack on Titan bear
It
thing.
was like some Yuri bear show that was a very similar.
Wasn't that Kuma 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 Bear?
I don't think so. I thought Kuma 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 Bear was that came out later.
I remember there being a Yuri one, and it had to do with bears.
Well, I guess there's
remember
two bear Yuris, I guess.
It's a fucking genre, Yuri bear.
I guess so.
The Crypto Store said, I like Holo saying, "Do you not wish to worship me as well?" and not getting the answer. You know, Lawrence knows how to pick his battles now. He knows how to
Yeah, I was thinking about that while watching the episode this week.
Yeah.
Y'all can watch the Danganronpa anime now. Now that
do bear right.
That does bears right. I think
Maybe, I don't know. It does bears even worse. That's like the worst bear.
No, I think it's not.
Is that
bear
fucking
right?
Is that Kuma bear?
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
I'm gonna kill everyone.
Another beautiful day.
Let's do some crack.
Unbearable.
I love the main theme. The main theme is so good.
He's angry. That makes me so angry. I need to finish that. I keep fucking putting it off. It's gonna be a whole year
has been discovered.
Everybody report to the gym. That fucking bear. I hope he gets what's coming to him.
So, the plan now with Spicer Wolf is for Holo to perform a miracle and for Elsa to be the vessel for it. So,
oh my god, she's gonna put a baby in her.
No, what the fuck?
That's a miracle.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. Hey, Elsa's pregnant now.
She just puts a few pieces of wheat inside her, and all of a sudden, you're pregnant.
I think it's going to make them more angry. So,
okay, not that kind of miracle.
The way they're talking, I think Evan might like poison himself with the whatever it's called, the wheat poison thing, and then like because Holo showed something to Lawrence that we didn't see. So I think Holo's gonna like do some magical bullshit to where poison poof gone, and then poison poof gone or something. But whatever, they're gonna clear the village of the poison allegation thing.
Oh, she turns it into a whole magic trick. She puts a tarp over him, does a little fucking, magic words. Alakazim, alakabim, and then removes it. Voila! Where'd he go? He's gone. Oh, wait, look what's behind you. And he's just all healthy and normal again.
Oh, good.
Oh, a miracle.
It's pretty much going to be like that, though. They're going to do some trickery with Elsa being, and that's why Lawrence asked Elsa if she was okay with it, because she's going to basically fool the village and fool Ironbirch into believing that she performed some type of miracle or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then basically establish herself as like the proper successor to Father Franz with something that big.
Yeah. Hey, what's that behind your ear? Oh, it's wheat.
The fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Man. You think they're going to make another season after this? Because there's more story you can adapt, right?
Yeah, probably. I would say it's almost certain. Wait, wasn't there like a thing in that leak that mentioned that?
What leak?
There was like a huge leak. Let me find it.
Was it the one where you showed me about season 2 of My Dress Up Darling?
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
Yes. Hey, is she central?
Let me try to find it. because I think it may have mentioned it there that there was something in regards to the season 2 of Spice and Wolf.
If there is a season 2, that's awesome. Because now we're finally gonna get even more than the original had.
Yeah, we might actually see Polo and Lawrence
Procreating? Oh, holding hands?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because that's the ultimate base.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fourth base. I forget how the order of bases and how it works, but I think having sex was like number 2 or something.
Yeah. Dating, sex, marriage, holding hands.
Right. Okay. I think you're right. I think that's how it was. Though if you do holding hands, you found the one. After
breaking news, P. Diddy got arrested.
They got him.
Yeah.
Can't wait to play Call of Duty and to see all the gamer tags, to see the same variation of Diddy do it.
Oh Lord.
Jesus.
So hyped for that.
Because last I heard he fled the country. I guess he had to come back sooner or later. Sheesh.
Well, he was a real big shithead, so maybe kind of deserved. Who knows?
Yeah. What? I guess that's it for Miss Wolf and Spice.
Yeah. I guess we'll see what the big miracle is going to be, and then I'll cap off the season.
Well, we already have the miracle.
Here's the miracle.
Oh God.
Oh no! What, dude? Do you see that you're ripping your thumb off your hand? Do you see that?
What?
Burn him!
No, I take it back. Oh wait, no, please. That's very hot.
Throw him in the water.
Imagine being called a witch for being like super talented at something.
Dude,
that's what happened.
I am almost fucking positive that's how it was back then. I
know
the Salem witch trials started that shit, but it's almost like after that, it's like, look, I'm double jointed in my right arm. Oh witch!
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I know how to perform calculus, and I'm a woman. Witch! I'm a doctor, also a woman, and I have no man in my life because I love the same sex. Witch!
Yeah, we're not even gonna go to a trial.
That's right. No trial right there. It's like, I saw her kissing another woman. Was it hot? I mean, burn him too.
Bacon.
Well, in the words of every Ubisoft game, blasphemer.
Yeah, hopefully she has a good femur.
Yeah. Hopefully it's I don't know. Moving on. Oshinoko Season 2, Episode 10. This may be I can't tell if Aqua is my favorite character now or
He's not.
Please.
I think at the very least he's went up a couple notches. At the very least, I will say Akane is now below, but he still needs to surpass Mimcho, which is, I mean, she's gonna be 30 soon.
She's a standard.
Mimcho is the best.
Well, no, it's like no. The best is still Kana, right? It goes like Kana
because she's red.
Yeah, because she's red. I
feel like I is still the best. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Who's the one guy from this episode? Himikawa?
Oh, like his half brother?
Himikawa's probably like above Aqua. The one guy that had all the files on all of them, that guy is probably higher. But Aqua just now passed Akane. Now Mimcho was above Akane in the original rankings because she's 25 and she's going to be 30 soon. So I feel like Aqua could do it, but it's going to take 5 years because she'll be 30 in 5 years. So, and retired.
I like how she threw that in there. I mean, obviously, there's going to be some things that it'll be harder for her to do as she ages. But like when it comes to the appearance thing, she doesn't look 25. So
No,
she looks 5.
Like Ruby even bringing it up, like she did not have to bring that up.
right.
It was still funny.
I love how 30 is basically like it means you're fucking old now. You know, once you reach the good old age of 30, it's all downhill from here. You know,
which is like
the
literally, it's like that is in real life. That's probably not even close to being true. It's probably the complete opposite because 40 is like the decade you make the most money as a person is 40.
It's all to do with pertaining to their profession, because you see it in sports whenever you have a running back that's over the age of 30 because of that position. It's also, it's like for the sport and for that position, if you have a running back that's 30, they're fucking old.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you're old as a person. It just means that for that profession, you typically don't see people older than that. It has a shelf life, and being an idol.
Yeah.
Now, in real life, I don't know how this whole thing works because I don't get into the K-pop scene. I don't watch any idols, but at least like as they're portraying it within the show, idols are supposed to be the younger people, especially these idols because they're literally in high school, so they're portraying themselves as high schoolers. So it's kind of like, I guess from Ruby's perspective, it's like, how long can you keep parading as a high school girl?
Yeah. Yeah, people are going to realize that she's not a high school girl anymore. It's like, hey, I see those fucking wrinkles.
She's going to be 50. There's going to be one wrinkle. She's going to age one time at 50, and then her career is going to be over.
Shake it down, guys.
She has to talk to Tsunade.
That's true, yeah. Get some chakra going or something. Heck, talk to Bulma and get some blood swaves in there.
She uses the Dragon Ball to wish for a bigger ass, so I don't know if she wants to talk to her. Can't really help too much.
Oh man.
At least she knows what she wants.
I want you to go first because I want to talk about. I just want to talk about my theory. That's it.
Yeah. So big reveal, everybody. We find out that Himikawa's father is dead.
Yep.
He killed his lover and then he killed himself. It was a weird type of kind of like murder-suicide type thing. And
well, they said lover suicide, so that would mean that they consensually committed suicide together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My some reason I mistook that as he killed her like a murder-suicide. Okay, lover-suicide. My bad. Anyway, the main protagonist, quote unquote, is dead, and Aqua's whole purpose of being and purpose of just doing everything that he's doing is gone. Pretty much the first thing that reminded me was Vinland Saga.
Yeah.
You know, that whole revenge that Thorfinn went through all those years was taken away in an instant, and then he had absolutely nothing after that. Obviously, that's a more extreme setting. This is more, in the modern kind of like in Japan conventional setting. But yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That's for sure, because the whole reason was because he found out. I can't remember how where it's worded or whatever, but basically, what was said was that your father was responsible for Ai's death. I think is what it was, and if he's dead and is basically his father, and he found out that they were, him and Himikawa were half brothers. What else is there? That it it almost feels too easy, like it's too wrapped up. It can't be that easy. There has to be some kind of bad, like, antagonist still roaming around. That's my thought process, anyway.
Y'all ready for theory time?
Theory
Sure,
time
yeah.
with Sasuke the Savage.
Let me get comfortable. Okay. Aqua's father and Himikawa's father isn't who we saw. I don't think that was the real father. I think his father is still alive.
Okay.
I say this for several reasons. For one, I'll say my superficial reason. This guy just doesn't scream Aqua, Ruby, or Himikawa's father to me. He has the most basic character design I've seen in a minute. And then I just keep thinking to myself, this is the guy I fell for? No. I don't buy that. I don't buy that. That's my superficial reason. That doesn't really have much thinking behind it. That's just a feeling. But the reason I say the more reasons I say this is because, for one, I think the reason it was presented this way as Aqua thinking that his father's dead and he feels that it's making him soul search and actually want to do other things, like maybe pursue a relationship with Akane or Kana. It kind of takes his character in a completely different direction, and thus the story. So I think that's why it's presented that way. But as we see in the episode later on, like after he has that realization that he can finally be free of this curse that revenge has put on his soul, there's still a moment in an episode where when Biko Machi is talking about them wanting to film in this location, he's like, maybe I should talk to the director, maybe I should talk to the executives and blah, and then he goes like, no, I'm done with that part. So the fact that he's still thinking about that revenge makes me feel that the job's not done. So here's how this theory works. If who Himikawa said is his father isn't his father, and because one thing was stated in this episode, he said he doesn't know why they did a lover suicide thing, and I think you were on to something, EA, without realizing it, because you called it a murder suicide.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is a murder suicide.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how I think it played out. So Himikawa's mother had him, obviously. And then later on in his life, this had to be like, I don't know, when Himikawa was like 5 years old, he found out that wasn't his son. Killed her, committed suicide. Then, who I think is, his real dad went on to, have Ruby or, have Ruby and have Aqua. And I think the way we're going to find out is that there may be another sibling, because just think about this. If we find another sibling that's even younger than Ruby and Aqua, this whole thing falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing falls apart. And I think I'm thinking that little girl that we saw at the end of the episode could be a sibling to Ruby, Aqua, and Himikawa. Because if that's the case, then that whole thing of this dude being his father out of the window, because that he would have been long dead since then.
You don't think that was a time traveling lolly?
No, I don't think it's a time traveling lolly.
I mean, if they introduce time travel and it's by this lolly, I may kill the show. I
Kind of look like Ilya.
May kill this show.
If you don't summon it soon, big brother, you're gonna die.
It was another reason I'm trying to think of it right now.
Or if it's a fucking right, Decrepit. If it's an alien, I may just say fuck our own rules and kill this show.
What if it's a ghost alien?
Doesn't make it any better.
But it does make it cooler.
No, it doesn't.
Oh yeah. Oh, what I want to say. Just think about just think about this. So apparently, his real father did a lover's suicide with his wife. So why did he employ some random guy to kill I? Why did he commit suicide like in one way and then completely just go, hey, random guy, go kill I?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
That makes
because that would. I'm sorry, real quick. It makes it seem like he's gonna cover his tracks with I, but then he's gonna be very blatant and open about killing himself over this one woman. Yeah.
Why kill I in the first place if you're going to kill yourself? That doesn't make sense.
Just to fuck with people. I don't know. Why do psychopaths do what they do?
Yeah, that's the only way I can see it. But
when you see that when you see I's death, it gives the impression that like there was a covering up. There was like loose end, like she was a loose end, and then she was disposed of. Why would he committed suicide, or according to the reports, committed suicide? Like that doesn't really make much sense. Mm-hmm. To me, it makes more sense if he has nothing to do with I, and he committed suicide because his wife cheated on him, had another baby by another man. He found out, and then in retaliation killed her, and then killed himself because he's like, I have a son that I've been raising for 5 years who's not mine. I have a wife who's cheated on me for all this time. And then to me, that makes more sense.
Yeah. It still begs the question, too, if he is still alive, which we're pointing to, yes, that he is, why kill I at all? Like, what's the reasoning behind he killing her?
Yeah, I think Satsuki's onto something here, as per usual. The master detective, Satsuki the Savage, the smartest one of KOA, the guy who literally knows everything for some reason and can solve all issues. I don't get it.
Not everything.
Not everything?
I still can't believe it's not butter. I'm trying to figure it out.
I don't think he can even cure you, C-Tactics, of your love for Vladilena.
Well, of course he can't, because I don't love Vladilena. I've never said that.
See, we all know that you're harder than Vibranium when it comes to her, so it's okay.
No. Listen. Save him.
Sasuke watches too much Mori. He's being delusional.
Harder than Lawrence this episode. Oh, Decrepit. You always are good for a chuckle.
Yeah, and I wonder if Aqua didn't catch on to this initially just because of the shock of seeing that. And maybe eventually he will come to that conclusion as he starts to... Because I think he's going to just start spiraling to some degree. I don't know if it's going to be like this huge spiral or anything like that, but to be left with nothing and have to like on the fly correct that, you can't, you don't just do that. You don't just recorrect years of trauma.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Aqua did lose his eye glimmer.
Oh yeah, he was like, "You don't want to revenge anymore. I'm taking your eye design." Oh,
He's got normal eyes now.
and he started smiling and everything.
And he looked, the way he was acting, you would have thought he had like a pot brownie or something, because even Kana was like, "You seem really mellow," and he's like, "Yeah. I'm very mellow." We're going to Miyazaki. Shit, let's go to Miyazaki.
Yo, dude, that's my favorite thing ever. Is like the meme of anime characters getting high, because they're always so just full of energy. Like, imagine Kana being high. That would be insane.
I mean, we saw her drunk off of ginger ale, so she'll probably get high off of
which
actual
has
brownie.
0.000% alcohol in it.
Yeah, she's going to get high off of actual brownie, like just a regular chocolate brownie.
Right? They just get, with fucking hazelnuts or any kind of nut in it. It's like, careful, these nuts. If you have an allergy, and she just eats some. Oh, I can see the waves in my hand.
Oh my god.
This woman's gonna go to jail by mistake because people are gonna think that she's intoxicated or high.
She's gonna be like Chitanda and Hyoka, drinks the whiskey chocolates.
Oh my god!
I mean, at least then she was having some type of, because there was a little bit of rum in the chocolate, so that makes sense. Ginger ale has no alcohol in it.
I see kaleidoscopes. Falls over.
It looks like a kaleidoscope.
What is good, Lightning Eagle?
Hello.
Weaves.
Hello.
We are all high right now. Of course.
Hello, Weaves. Oh, well, I right now. Lit.
I forgot. Go ahead.
I mean, after that accent, I don't know where to go from here.
I'm sorry.
But,
I'm sorry.
It was
a bit British.
It was a bit British, yes, it was. No, I mean, yeah, that's what. I can't help but rank Aqua higher now on my character tier list of Oshinoko. I mean, he was literally bottom of the barrel, just out of sheer hatred against edgy kids. But no, I like this direction. This idea that like I think EA pointed it out really well. Like, he had all this trauma. Now he doesn't, and it's kind of like this comparison to like Thorfinn and Vinland Saga, and to see how he reacts to that. Will that break him, or will that set him free? And obviously, I think he's, like, continuing what I said earlier. I think he's gonna kind of like semi-spiral back into it and maybe figure it out himself, or even better yet, somebody's gonna say something. And it's going to trigger him, and he's going to be like, wait, this piece of information I was just given contradicts this other piece of information. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what it's going to be?
Aqua's going to have his "I have no enemies" moment.
Well, that's why I bring up that little girl that we see, because I don't know who she is. I don't think none of us knows who she is. But
Elias
von Eisburn.
I
mean, did she have red eyes?
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's Elia then.
And did she say Oni-chan?
Elia? That's like her favorite thing to say.
No, this girl. This creepy girl.
I'm going to say I can read minds and say yes.
Okay. Well, C's a trustworthy source.
Oh, yeah, he's always trustworthy.
Trust me,
I always tell people, C Tactics, the most trustworthy anime channel on all of YouTube.
Hey, I'm more trustworthy than the New York Times.
Hey, and that's a straight fact.
Oh,
yeah, that's a fact.
That is a fact.
That is a fact. KOA collectively is more trustworthy than NYT.
No cap.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I again, my belief is, if Aqua, Ruby, and Himikawa's father is in fact still alive, then the way he may find out is through another sibling that he finds out
Yes.
is younger than him. Because that if that happens, that completely breaks everything that Himikawa said. Because because the ages make sense now, but if there's anybody younger than Aqua and Ruby, everything he said falls apart. And I think that may happen with Elia.
Yeah. Light Ruler says maybe she's the ghost of Christmas past. Too early for Christmas, Light Ruler.
Goes to Christmas future.
Send Aqua to work on a farm.
Oh, Dr. Phil's gonna come by.
We're gonna take you to the ranch. Lit like a brisket. God, I haven't had good brisket in a minute. Oh, I need some brisket in my life.
Don't we all?
Yo, so can we cancel Kana and Ruby?
What? Why Kana? I mean, we could cancel Ruby, but why Kana?
Hold on. I gotta think about why to cancel Kana.
Just read the notes. The 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because I know
5,
Ruby.
6.
Ruby
I think it's the 8th one in the notes.
Ruby loves her brother and doesn't know it. Let me see. Hold on. Ruby. Himikawa.
Ruby.
It's the first one that says meme show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Schools, those ungrateful bitches.
Yeah. Because she was talking about, hey, we just got 20,000 subscribers.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And they were like,
the whole.
Remember what you said. Or what she said. She said, oh, we got 20,000 subscribers. And Kana was just like, big fucking deal. And I'm like, I would kiss the ground I was walking upon if I had 20,000 subscribers.
So the stats she was saying, she was spitting facts. She's now more accurate than the New York Times as well because that is true. I even looked at a stat the other day. I'm in like the top 1% of YouTubers. My main channel. My second channel, which doesn't even have 1,000 subscribers, is already in the top 90% of channels. My Bento channel, which has 5,000, or no, maybe it just reached 6,000. I think it's 6,100 currently. Do the math. It's even higher. To even have 100,000 is insane. That is extremely rare. You are a rare human being if you have a play button.
Yeah.
But they don't. They're like, it's not 1 million.
Yeah. Fuck Kana.
Whoa. Now hold on.
Yeah.
Kana was just misguided. She's not an internet person. She's also red.
Yeah, she's a bitch. What?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Okay, she's not a bitch. She's
lovely.
Always on her period because she's red.
You know what? Oh, you know what I forgot? To bring back the Kana image.
Oh.
No. Do you have to?
Look how beautiful it is.
Oh.
Thanks for.
I don't like this podcast.
Me neither, guys. Please, downvote this stream.
What?
Dislike the video and close it out.
That's it, everybody. Have a good night.
Yep. Have a good night, everybody. Later.
What? Kana's great. What the fuck?
I think I'll leave too.
What? This is ridiculous.
I'll take one cookie though. Thank you.
Well, yeah. Make sure take an extra one if you can.
Can I have a cookie too?
Yeah, no, get one for EA. Oh, well,
I want to. You can have a cookie for the road.
Give him a cookie. Hurry.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Nom.
Oh yeah. Oh, no, I think. Well, okay. I don't know who got the cookie there. I'm gonna be honest. But it is I, the Sea Tactics. I have returned to reign over my podcast that I've been consistently doing for the last 5 years, but we'll pretend I did it. How about that? Let's talk about Attack on Titan, everyone. That's what I'm known for, right? Is Attack on Titan. Can I just say, Sasha Browse, best girl. Best girl indeed. She stole all of the meat from the Survey Corps, and she ate it all and got shot by a little racist girl.
All right. It's time for me to take over this podcast.
Yeah, please. For the love of God, please.
Let's get it back.
No, but I like the whole session with Meme Show, Kana and Ruby talking about, their aspirations for Beat Komachi. And like the new direction they're going to take, because now they want to first they wanted to do like a tour of everybody's rooms, and then we saw Kana, and then also kind of like, I feel like this series is just the author talking about some of his grievances within the industry and things that followed his life following like a successful career, because he's talking about taxes and stuff. I'm like, this wasn't in Kaguya-sama. Why are we talking about tax write-offs now?
Yeah, and she bought a fucking Chanel bag.
Yeah.
It was Chanel, and then she was saying something about like a PC that's like maxed out, and I don't even use it. I'm like, give me it. I want to play Space Marines too.
Yeah, Kana is what we call bougie,
for sure.
But we also got Ruby focused because when they were talking about the room tour, she was thinking about taking down her eye posters because she wants to keep that secret. Not that they will find out because of that, but it's also kind of because she's holding the secret, she's more sensitive to things about eye and like what she shows to people about how much she likes her and all that type of stuff. And we actually saw something very interesting where we saw a flashback of Ruby. Well, because she talks about the B Komachi name and why it came to be. Obviously, B Komachi was Ai's old idol group, but she also went with that name because I wrote Aqua's previous life, Amamiya. That was his name, Amamiya. She did it like as a message for him because she found out as a kid because she called to ask about him, called up the hospital to ask about him, and then she found out that he was just missing, and she was like, "What?" Because I guess they never found his body because if you remember, he had the fight with the creepy guy in the forest, and he fell down like this mountain. So I guess they never found a body. So they don't know what happened to him. Yeah, like
the fact that they never even found his body, like, jeez.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like near the hospital too?
Yeah, but it was like deep into a forest, and then he fell off a mountain too. So that it's kind of understandable.
Also, don't look at the stream right now.
Did someone spoil?
No. C Tactics did something else to the stream.
What?
Oh, he took it away. Never mind.
He died like Kainuma?
Oh, he did die like Hanuma.
Yeah, he basically did. He's floating down the river with no pants at this point.
I keep forgetting about that. What a way to go out.
Oh my god. If someone sees his dead body and is like, damn, that's a small penis. just to act as an extra insult to injury.
They're not going to be worried that it's a fucking dead body or anything. They're just like, ha ha, look at your tiny dick.
Some guy's gonna be in the group like, well, actually, it was cold out, so there's a lot of shrinkage.
Oh, shut up, man! He's got a small penis. Call the cops. We found a dead body. Oh man, what a way to go! Body's not even found. But all I know is that it's leading up to some awkward shit because once Ruby finds out Aqua is that doctor, it is not going to go well. I think that's where we're going to enter into some dark days. Hopefully, it's one of those, thank you and admiration type thing, but please don't turn into a love thing. That's the only thing I ask.
We kind of already know because we've talked about it. I don't want to talk about it more than what we talked about it before, but we have kind of said where that direction went. Again, I don't want to like elaborate on that because some people may not be privy to the manga at all. But seeing some things here, I guess we'll just talk about it all stream. I don't really agree with the direction at all, but this episode kind of cushions the blow a little bit in a way. We'll talk about that all stream though, because that's not a conversation to be had here. Them getting original music. I thought that whole scene was kind of funny. Because they talked to
a guy in his 40s.
Well, yeah, Hiruma. But I was talking about so Meme Cho talks to Miyako. She's like, "What happened to the song we requested?" And she's like, "Well, he says that he doesn't feel like it, and we should just fuck off. But that doesn't mean that he's not going to do it." And then I love Ruby in this scene. She said, "Press him." she said, "Press him." Then she started throwing a tantrum. She's like, "I want this song
yada
now."
yada 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 yada.
I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I understand like you having like reverence for this guy because he's a bit hit maker, so you don't want to, scare him away. But if you guys had an agreement and he's not following through with it, I don't care if you're a genius or not, bitch. Hey, we made a deal,
Dr. Dre.
Follow through.
I need my fucking sample.
Yeah.
Kanye, I need my beat.
Don't go to him for something.
Okay. Who else was good? 50 Cent.
It's like,
he makes music.
it's like, they don't really have a lot of leverage, so I understand her positioning with things, but I think Ruby was right for pressing him about that, and she ended up just sending the video to him, which we actually saw the guy, and he was just in this like slump because he's been in the industry for a long time, probably like 20 plus years at this point, and he's just like, man, this shit sucks.
Music nowadays, it doesn't have that hip or hop. It's all generic bullshit.
He's kind of like lost his edge, which it's understandable. It's hard to be in the music industry for that long, like making songs after song after song. He just doesn't have any motive. He doesn't have any motivation. I think that's the big thing of it. It would be different if he was making music for himself, because I think then you could be an artist with a super long career if you're making music for yourself. But because he's a writer and people are coming to him with ideas or concepts, or sometimes he has to create it on the fly, I feel like that's a harder position to have from a motivational standpoint, because you're just like appealing, you're just delivering what the person wants, basically. And that personal motivation drives you so much further than what you may feel. So like once he saw that video of Kana, he was like, yeah, this girl is really passionate about this. Okay. All right. He got to work.
I'm gonna be passionate too.
I like how he tied his hair in a ponytail, and he barely has any hair.
I would say he had what, like an inch of hair that he put in a bun.
He had to really show that he was really locked in.
Serious.
Yeah, it's like Zoro putting on a do-rag.
Also, welcome in, Bruce. Bruce Chilberg. Sounds
Going
like a
on,
new
Bruce.
person.
What's going on, Bruce?
I
Yeah,
should
no,
already subscribe, but thank you.
that is an interesting way to look at it. I think it's very similar to content creators. I've certainly been down the path a few times where the algorithm pushes you to make what people want, and that can be like a guide for you in many ways, but for the most part, yeah, you're 100% right, Satsuki. You got to have the personal touch. You have to have the you part is the most important part in anything, not they or them or whoever. It's you have to be doing it. It has to come from a place of authenticity, and yeah, I could imagine, him doing that. Just sitting down at a table with a piece of paper, and it's just can't come up with anything because he's done everything. It's and when you've done everything, like for example, me, I'm kind of one of those guys where I've done everything, and I have pretty much every accolade a YouTuber can have, besides like having 1 million subs. And yeah,
You need a scandal too. You don't have that yet.
Yeah, you have to.
You need an apology video.
You need an apology video.
is
and a face reveal.
So wait, YouTubers now consider accolades to be how many times they've gotten canceled?
No, well, that's not a necessary accolade. It's just like a rite of passage.
Yeah, a rite of passage for sure.
Well,
You're not a big YouTuber until you have an apology video.
You gotta look right into the camera, take a deep breath. And it has to have like soft lighting and everything. You gotta go.
The cat's out of the bag.
Well,
I gotta go to the suicide forest. That's what I gotta do.
Yeah, guys, I gotta tell you, everybody saw my dick. I'm sorry. Vladilena was on screen, and I couldn't help myself. And I want to apologize. I'm gonna donate this video. Videos are income to Vladilina's Anonymous. Something.
And then your apology can't be an actual apology. It got to be like bad. It got to be like you deflecting or you just not apologizing at all.
I didn't do anything. I mean,
I'm sorry that you were offended.
Yeah. There's videos on YouTube that are saying I'm a bad person, but you know what? I'm not a bad guy. Look at all these videos.
These days that would count as the truth, my friend. But yeah, where the fuck was I? What were we talking about?
I'm sorry, we got derailed.
We were talking about the dude's passions.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I definitely understand that aspect of it. It's very difficult, especially when you've accomplished everything, to continue finding reason to actually do the thing. Like, it's very easy for me to continue doing the thing that I do because I like the thing that I do, but like I'll admit, when I got 100,000 subscribers, I didn't know what the fuck to do after that. I was like, what the hell do I do? Like,
you had a video that was trending.
I had 2 videos that trended and all that, and like it trended above the final Beatles song on YouTube. Like, what? That's crazy. So yeah, it's a very hard thing to get through. Honestly, it's kind of in many ways the same thing Aqua is going through with not having that revenge anymore and just going like, what the hell do I do now? In some ways, it's kind of similar. Obviously, not the exact same thing, but there's like that kernel between both of them where it's like they both have lost the thing that sort of drives them to go and move and motivate them in a direction.
Yeah.
So,
no.
Yeah.
I think I want to add this too. I really love the Ruby in this episode just for the focus that she got, because she's been one of those characters whose role in the series is dwarfed by Aqua tremendously. And yeah, it was good to see her, you know, be the focal point. We get to see her inner thoughts and all of that. But like, she was just super inspirational in this episode too. I think her passion for wanting to sing and do this idol thing touched Miyako specifically, and then obviously Hiruma, because you know, Miyako was being very timid about pressing this guy, but you know, Ruby expressed that their time as idols has a very short window. As Kanna's an actress, and then Meme Cho is 25, and when she gets 30, apparently, like
You die.
that's what she does. It's like an Attack on Titan curse. Like when you become an idol, you have like 10 years or like 5 years, and that's it.
Who was the first idol? The founding idol.
The founding idol. Wasn't that Meme Cho? She's the oldest.
Mimcho is the founding idol. What a horrific set of circumstances for that to happen.
Rumbling.
Aging, it's coming, aging.
Beware.
I'm 25.
I'm so fucking old.
Like Ruler says in the chat, talk about Ruby having mind breaking powers. I guess he was talking about where Hiruma had like that epiphany thing when he saw Ruby, which is kind of weird, but I get what they were going for.
I don't think it was supposed to be like sexual, or even though it did kind of look weird. I think it was just more of a, it's nice to see somebody passionate wanting to work with me. That gives me motivation to do something.
Yeah.
Versus seeing it on a piece of paper saying, where the fuck is it? Hurry up and write this shit.
Yeah, it's like you get this request coming from an email or maybe even a call, and you know, they're telling you what you want, and when you actually see it,
yeah,
you're seeing the person behind the request, and you're seeing like the passion that bleeds through that video. You know, it motivates you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like when you work in customer service, you'll hear nothing but people screaming at you, telling you how much you suck, and you know, F yous and F that. Every once in a while, you'll get something where it says, I really appreciate what you guys did for me. And that really does a lot more than people think.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
I'll give you, since we related this to YouTube, I'll give you like a good equivalent. It's like,
I can give you a good one too.
If you have a video, right, and then you have a whole bunch of likes on that video, the likes and views kind of show you like how great the video is performing and whatnot. But the thing that really, I guess like encapsulates how you feel about the video is the comments. A lot of times, you know, you may get a comment that like changes your whole mood or something like that. Somebody saying like, I don't, you know, it could be any video, but I really love this video. I can see the effort that you put in, and that may change your whole mood more than any like or views that you get on that video.
Bro, legit. That's happening to me as we speak. I started talking about Don weekly, and the same thing is happening with Chainsaw Man 2, but to a lesser extent. Just going to the comments right now on my most recent Don video. The first one is like, loving watching your overviews after every Don Monday. Keep it up. Another one's like, cool video, dude. Somebody said like, your charisma and your script and all that is amazing. Like, for the last 3 weeks that I've been covering Don, it's literally just been every week. Just fucking Don fans coming into my videos and being like, yo, you're fucking awesome. I love you. You are like, finally someone talking about Don. We need more people like you. You're incredible. And going from Sea Tactics, which was, you know, primarily when that was airing, I was getting a ton of just comments from like Satsuki and EA will know more what I'm talking about when I say this, but to convey it to you guys, it's a little more difficult. But basically just a lot of really toxic comments. So when you get stuff like this, and when I saw this, immediately I wanted to do more. I wanted it. I'm as hyped as I ever have been as a content creator because of that channel. Just because the last 3 weeks people are like, man, this is awesome. Like, finally. It changes everything.
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely.
I guess it's more like, I guess maybe you could say in that sense, it is like a relationship in many ways. And it takes two people to interact with one another, to be motivated to interact, to actually have something happen, to develop that chemistry. And, you know, maybe that's also kind of as well like a subtle aspect of it that Oshinoko is trying to say.
Sometimes when you're in a relationship, you know, basically, you know, you remember birthdays, you remember anniversaries, special holidays, whatever.
Mm.
If you really want to surprise somebody, give them flowers just because. And it doesn't even have to be a holiday or anything, just to let them know that you're thinking about them.
Yeah.
That goes a long way.
Or just have a moment with them. A moment every day.
Yeah, just, you know, saying I love you. I mean, that in itself goes a long way for sure.
Yeah, because there's sometimes where just like some things may need to be vocalized, even if there's a mutual understanding between each other, where things are quote unquote, you know, unspoken.
Like Midori days. You gotta communicate. You gotta tell people how you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that being said, I love you guys.
Love you too. Love you, Sasuke. Love you, C Tactics. Love all the subscribers. Love this channel. And I love myself, most importantly.
Well, I mean, if we're doing this now, I gotta say, Satsuki is the smartest person I ever met, and he inspires me to be more. And EA is one of the hardest working people I've ever met, and he inspires me to be more.
Oh. Well, thank you.
More drugs, that is.
Thank you. Yes, more drugs. More drugs. My God. Also, hello, Neon Victor. How you doing?
I think that's everything
I mean,
with the episode.
I think this is our most in-depth Oshinoko video thing we've ever done.
Maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I think the last thing. I think the area they're going back to, Miyazaki, is the place.
Oh, yeah, where the doctor died.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think, because I wasn't sure, because I'm like, I don't remember the name to that place, but
I'm pretty sure it is. I think that he said that at the end, and then that's when you see what's her face from Fate Stay Night.
Oh yeah, Ilya.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for that hat.
The Russian hat.
Yeah, the Russian hat.
She puts it on and she starts speaking like Russian. Mason, you must hunt down Krevchenko, Steiner.
Isn't she? According to you, isn't she from Poland because she has white hair?
That's true. She is Polish. She is Polish. She has white hair. Doesn't matter what her last name says. I don't Von Eisburn. White hair equals Polish. Just saying.
Yeah.
Lucy from Cyberpunk 2077 or Cyberpunk Edge Runners, she's actually canonically Polish and has white hair.
Fushi is also Polish.
Yes. And a bear.
And a dog that says Itai.
And a rock.
Trayvon said, not going to lie, suck at communicating, need to work on that for sure. Work in progress. We can all improve.
Yeah. We're all works in progress.
Yeah. Neon says, doing good, just working on a YouTube short for tomorrow. Hope you guys are doing great.
Yeah,
I think we are.
Good.
Hopefully
love with the YouTube short.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
be sure to include your arm.
Yes. All 12 of them. Sukuna. We know it's you. Wait, Sukuna has like 20 arms or something, right? I can't even get
He
that
only
right.
had 2. I thought he had like 4 arms.
No, because he had like a billion fingers, right? So
No, no, he had 20 fingers.
yeah,
Because they were like, oh, how would it? Oh, he had 4 arms or something like that.
yeah, 25 arms. Yeah.
Wait, I don't think KOA can do math anymore.
I can do math. It's C Tactics who can't. EA math has always worked.
And yes, in a way, this is true. A math has worked. To what effect? I think we know, but we won't discuss it any further because we got to talk about Le Fable.
There's another show that's reaching its peak. It's almost over. We got 2 more episodes after this one.
Yeah, I don't
Man.
want it to go. The show is so good.
I know. It's crazy.
Bro.
Freaking.
Oh my god. They got a budget upgrade this episode. Did you see
Really?
that?
I thought they got a decrease, to be honest.
No. Yoko and Akira, they all looked like beautified, like they were like in a Wit Studios anime, like they're in Attack on Titan circa 2013, just beautiful.
Oh no. There was a scene where Yoko was following Suzuki, and it looked like absolute shit.
Well,
especially
the
when the
animation
cars were
didn't look
bouncing up and
good.
down. I was like, oh, that looks terrible. Like, it looked like the cars were legitimately sinking into the ground.
Yeah, well, okay, they didn't download the patch. That's
Like
that's
a
fine.
like a PS2 graphic.
Yeah, when you go too fast in True Crime, you go into the ground.
What a blue hell.
But other than that, it was a great episode.
I bet Light Roller was really happy with this episode because
Which he shouldn't be, and he was. You're right,
he was excited that she got tied up.
bro.
Well,
You want to know what his comment was?
Tell me.
His comment in my server was Yoko crawling, and then he put the Obama phew emoji in there. It's the Obama like holding like a napkin.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
Obama.
and then I said, "Why are you excited? Like your girl just got held at gunpoint and captured. Why are you excited?"
And
I was kind of confused.
harassed.
Yeah,
It was because of her ass.
like he
Who's
was
the
that
ass?
dead set on her ass that he didn't care that her life was literally threatened.
I do like how Yoko was like, "Thank you very much."
Well, I mean, what are you going to say at that point? Asshole. Don't look at my ass. Yeah, you got a gun on me. I mean, I guess she could have said nothing, but I mean, I don't think she's that worried, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah, she
maybe
seems
that's
pretty
why
calm.
maybe that's why she took it the way that she did. She's like, "Oh, thank you." I do have a nice ass.
I think that's what I was trying to portray, that even in a situation of disadvantage, she's still a part of the Fable. So, like, her nerves are
Yeah, she's a pro. She's a pro. She knows not to
She's a pro crawler.
get emotional during a scene. She's a crawler like in Zombies.
Yeah, she's
I hated those things.
yeah.
Stink things, stink golems.
But yeah, basically, I guess let's start from the beginning. Akira outruns an explosion. The funny thing we found out is he already knew that there was a bomb, but he set it off so that no one else would find it, or so no one else could trigger it. I'm like, this guy is a pro upon pros.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo, dog, we heard you like pros.
I think he opened the door a certain way, because he opened the door and kind of like peeked into there, so he saw it a little bit. So I think he understood like what was going on here, and then kind of because I think he like hummed back a bit after he did it. He was like, okay, and then he opened it completely, obviously to trigger it because he didn't want anybody else caught in that, and then did his thing.
Yeah, knowing our favorite girl Misaki, she would have came in and went, who's in here? It just fucking exploded. Like,
Yeah,
why do
it's
you
her
trigger
luck.
everything? Yeah, it would be her luck.
She's
It really
triggering the
would.
plots and the bombs.
Yeah, no shit.
What one thing I really like about this episode is the thing with Kuro. I like how stuff that may have seemed like complete filler, or like it seemed like inconsequential, became really important in this episode because Kuro being a fanboy or whatever, it was super funny, but it didn't feel like it related to anything. But in this instance of him giving the car to Akira immediately, because he's about to sell the car to Yasaki, and then Akira calls like, "Hey, I need a car, bitch," and he's like,
I got a car.
and it better be fast." Like, and Isaki already knew. Isaki was like, Isaki's like,
I ain't never gonna get out of Japan.
don't do this, bro. He's like, sorry. Akira called and it took it immediately to. He was like, I'll be here in 15 minutes. Scratch that 10 minutes.
Make that 10. I'm going right now.
Like it validates the stuff that we see earlier about him, like fanboying over Akira, because it made sense why he would abandon that whole deal and then go full on out for Akira in that in the next coming scene.
Yeah, you're absolutely right though. What was taken as filler, he came through this episode, not just with the vehicle, but just following what Akira told him to do. He did everything that he told him. He didn't go, well, why should I do that? No, he didn't put himself in jeopardy because he spent time with him and he understood this guy knows what he's talking about. Mm-hmm. So that's why he was like, okay, I'll help you. What do you want me to do? Wail on this horn. You got it. Didn't even question. He's like, you got it.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, that point makes a lot of sense too, because he's seen Akira literally fight off a bear. He fended off a bear, so it's like he takes this guy's word as law. So yeah, that makes sense too, that he will follow his orders, unquestionably.
Yeah, he definitely did good this episode. He came through. He may be the real MVP.
Yeah. He's going to be one of those unsung heroes for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
But we got to talk about Yoko and her fuck up, man. It was kind of embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can't believe she fell for it. She saw him throw something and was like, "Oh no, gotta jump out, gotta jump out of this lowrider," and then just that wasn't a grenade. That was a damn rock.
Smart.
What if she didn't even see that, and then she just continued? The car just ran him over. Like I just want to know what his reaction would have been if she kept going. Like he throws that, and she just kept going. He was like, "Wait, what the fuck?
Wait, no!" I want to see an alternate take, and I want it to be of that, where he throws it. Shit, that was my ace in the hole.
He does that throw where you release too late and you just spike the ball on the ground. He does that, but with a grenade.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She fell for the oldest trick in the book. Throw a rock and make it pretend like it was a grenade.
Yeah, dude. Let me tell you, the first time it happens, okay. Second time, fooled me. Third time, you can't. You can't be fooled.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to grow up.
Yeah.
Not me though.
You know what this says? You know what this says? She drinks too much.
You really now explain.
Well, I mean, when it comes to Yoko drinking, she does literally that all day, every day. Stays up all night and doesn't wake up until like I don't know, 2 in the afternoon, which is
You know,
not normal schedule.
I think we need the facts. The Carfax.
Well, here's the Carfax. She was in a car, thought she saw a grenade because she was seeing double because of all those tequila shots.
Yeah, what if the Fable is just Yoko in the stages of kidney failure, or not, well, liver failure? She's hallucinating all this.
The last episode is just her. It's all in her mind, like Jacob's ladder
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. Yoko's
It's just
ladder.
a fucking hallucination. Yoko's ladder. Oh, no, that would be awful. But no, she was definitely fooled, and I think, and again, I don't know how much of alcohol comes into play when it comes to that because she drinks every day, and you become codependent on drinking. And I know she's an alcoholic because she drinks every day, but when you get to the point where you stop drinking, it even fucks you up doing that. So I don't know. Maybe in a way, she's just kind of fucked up both ways.
Well, it makes sense that she would, even though she's as great as she is, she's not as great as Akira. That's already been stated by herself. But I think it's also because of what she's seen. The bluff only worked the way it did because of what she saw before with him blowing up that apartment with the toy car.
Right.
Without that scene, I don't think she falls for this trap.
Yeah. It could be what Decrepit Storm's saying. It wouldn't have happened if Akira would have given her some of his chicken.
KFC.
It's like, I'm ordering some chicken. She's like, no, I heard you. You said you were ordering chicken. He's like, no, I saw it in a magazine or whatever he said.
Yeah, he just looked at a random manga and was like, yeah, I'm reading rented fried chicken. What?
Rented fried chicken. She's like, no. And then he's just like, all right, well, I'm going to see you later after I eat this chicken. I knew you were eating chicken. Damn it. But, yeah, maybe, you know what? I take back what I said earlier. I think the chicken is the fault of her falling for that grenade. If she would have had that chicken, she would have been on her A game.
Yeah, she would have had a full stomach. She would have been full of protein, which would have fueled her body in a healthy way because chicken's white meat, so it's better for you. Less inflammation in the joints and the body, more agile. Yeah, she would have schooled him.
Yeah, she would have ran over his ass.
This is technically Akira's fault.
Yeah.
What one detail I really liked when Yoko was getting captured, and I'm not talking about her ass. One detail I really liked is when when they have her like tied up or whatever. Suzuki has her tie herself up. And the reason I like that detail is because he's so afraid of what she can do to him in close quarters that he's like, no. You do this. You tie up this arm, then you tie that leg, and you do that. Then I'll tie this one hand to the tree. Like, because there are a lot of times, and I really hate this. Whenever there's a hostage situation in a show, anime, whatever it may be, more so like television, like American television, I really hate this trope. And video games. It's like someone will be held hostage, right? And then the person who's holding them hostage will, for whatever reason, get real close to them and give them the other person to take the opportunity to take the gun or escape somehow because nobody's watching them. Shit like that. I really hate that type of stuff.
Yeah.
He took no chance. He said, "No, you tie yourself up, and then we'll work from there."
Yeah. I hate those cliches, and also hate the cliche where they like do the whole gag of the mouth, or they're covering their mouths like, now when I let go, you're not going to say anything, right? Because any normal person who's about to fucking die or get killed is going to just agree and go, yeah, I won't say anything, I promise. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they let it go, and then they're just normally talking to them. Bullshit. They're be cussing help. This guy's murdering me.
do the Zeke scream.
It just shatters all the realm. What's going on in here? There's a lot
So
of yelling going on.
Got any chicken?
So I want you guys to talk about the scene, the scene.
Hina?
Oh, okay. So I guess I don't know. I think I was right in some things, but not everything when it comes to this. But she gave, Utsubo gave her bullets and said, "You know what to do when he gets close." She's like, sure. He turns around, bam, 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 shot in the back. I loved it. And I almost thought that they were blanks because I saw nothing happen to him. I'm like, I knew he'd give her blanks. But no, they was real bullets. Just he was wearing Kevlar, body armor, a bulletproof vest. And, that's smart too. And, it's if she if she would have aimed for his head, game over. So you're not so smart now. But I liked the realization. It kind of made Hina a lot smarter than I give her credit for. You know what I mean? Because I just, I mistook her for just being this really damsel in distress, but kind of somebody that was fueled by revenge, fueled by rage. But she picked up on what Utsubo was saying, and she was saying something like, the police made sure to hide those kind of details, and yet you fucking knew what happened to my parents. And that's when I caught on and I knew it was you. And I was like, clever girl. I thought that was really smart. So I really liked that. But Utsubo's a piece of shit. He was doing this the pretty much the old school villain of just talking shit while to try to make you shoot those bullets, because that's what he was doing. He knew that she wasn't that good of a shot, and that because she stood up, the recoil would make her fly back into mines. Which, by the way, another dick move. You have Hina placed around here. Was she asleep when these mines were placed around her or something?
No, they that was already set. So like
But did she know that the mines were there?
No. They did this. Remember, Usubo had this place already in mind. So like this whole thing, like those mines were already placed probably a day prior.
Okay. I guess what I was getting at is Utsubo had no intention of like keeping Hina alive. He was really looking to like sacrifice Hina no matter what when it came to the mines.
Well, the mines weren't for Hina. The mines were for Akira trying to save Hina. So it's kind of like a contingency plan in a way that if he tries to save Hina, who's wheelchair bound, she can't move. If he tries to save her, he would obviously step in front of her, probably try to bridal carry her or something like that, and then step on the mine without knowing, and then die. So, well, she would get caught in that, but she is not the primary target in that. He's trying to get rid of Akira, even if they fail some way.
Yeah, but
because he didn't expect her to stand up. When she stood up, it shocked everybody. Even he was like,
he was surprised. But like I said, at that point, he was just antagonizing her so that she could shoot all her bullets, because I think she had like 2 or 3 left or something like that. Because she knew he knew that she wasn't going to hit her. That's why she was like, yeah, when I slit your father's throat, he said X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, you bastard. You're a piece of shit. But he knows what he's doing. He's doing it intentionally because he's trying to let her unload all those bullets. But but then, yeah, basically the ending. I'll let C Tactics talk about that.
Well, I mean, I gotta say, Hina standing up and defying the odds, defying the fact that she is a paraplegic, and standing up and confronting the murderer of her parents and committing to it, committing to not only standing up and standing up for herself and for her parents and for revenge and all this stuff, but to then commit after realizing she stepped on a mine to stand there and still shoot is pretty incredible. That's balls. You got to respect that. Like,
Absolutely.
that she's more of a man than most men, in my opinion. And I thought it was just a really fun way to have it end with Akira catching her. It sort of reminded me of like Andre the Giant in that one film catching what the fuck was her name? Oh god, I don't even remember the movie.
Are you talking about Princess Bride?
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, it kind of reminded me of that in a way. Yeah, as Decrepit Storm says, it was an epic moment, and it ended in such a fun, unique way, which is just Akira showing up with all of his Riz, his boundless Riz. Knowing
It was a distraction.
Yeah,
The horn.
Yeah, and that allowed him to move in closer. So it all was. I thought the entire ending to this scene was just so beautifully done, and I think it was one of the best moments in the entire series so far.
Definitely. Him saying, "This time I caught you before you fell."
Yes,
the reason
such a
why
good
that
line.
The reason why that line is so impactful is because remember he slit the throat of the guy he was trying to assassinate, and she was in the car. He realized she was in the car at the last second, and she ended up, falling and losing her ability to walk because of that. So that's what he's referencing when he says that.
Yep. Yeah, I thought that was a cherry on top of what was already a masterpiece of a episode. Absolutely. And she already knew that Akira was the killer and everything, but I guess to hear that validation of that he saved her and felt some kind of remorse and whatnot, that's, she got emotional and all that. But now I'm just so curious as to what happens now, because, and this is just me, this is just my personal opinion, I think Suzuki defects. I don't think he wants to go down swinging, and I don't think he wants to be a part of Utsubo's plan anymore, because if you remember their conversation, he was like, hey, like the mines were there, sure. Her with a gun, sure. Her standing on top of a mine and shooting, and then she was going to fall and blew up. That's when he was like, hey, this wasn't part of the plan. You didn't say anything about killing Hina. But Utsubo's so, fixated on getting revenge on Akira, he's ignoring everything else. So I feel like, I think Utsubo's going to die by Suzuki's arm, his hand, like his gun. He's gonna kill him.
Yeah,
somehow.
there's definitely room for dissension among those two, because it's not like, first and foremost, this team was formed out of just convenience for the other. It's not like these two are friends.
Sure.
They're just business partners. So
right, Suzuki's just like Akira. He's a hired hitman.
yeah, so they already have that relationship, which is very turbulent. It's dependent on the circumstances, and you bring in Utsubo's personal feelings, and that's where things start to get shaky, because the common goal was to kill Akira because of the shame that Suzuki felt, and then obviously Utsubo's whole thing. But now it's becoming even more personal, because now he's bringing Hina into this whole thing, and he's sadistically talking about how he killed her parent. Suzuki is a killer. He's a piece of shit as well, but I don't think he's sadistic like Usubo.
Right, he's not heartless.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think this is his bag. So Usubo might be losing Suzuki as we speak because this is not something he wanted to see. You know, he wanted to stop the whole Hina thing as well. So I guess we'll see on that. But what I think is so great about what's going on right now, just like the circumstance of what we're seeing, Hina is on this landmine. The fate of, because I don't know how many landmines there are or like how big the explosion would be, but it's kind of cool to think the fate of the people in this area is dependent on how long she can stand, which has been like the goal for her, to stand and walk, be able to walk, use her legs. Like I just think that's really like a cool thing. And that's why I said, like, when this arc was started, I said, when we get into this arc, everything that we've seen before, it's been some things that we've been liking about the show. I said, I think this segment is going to be like what puts the series over the top. And it's been doing it just with story, because I don't think the animation and the art has been great in totality at all.
No.
This is just pure story that we've been enjoying from the show.
Yeah, I feel like if this series had like gotten a good studio that had like, I don't know, like even halfway decent animation, I feel like it would make it better. That's not to say the series is bad, because I really think this is one of the more underrated shows of this year, absolutely. But you know, sometimes the animation, like I pointed out before, looks like crap. You know, you get the sinking cars in PlayStation 2 graphics in the forest, but then you'll have moments where Yoko is fighting Suzuki and with the gun and everything, chop, chop, chop. Like, it looks really good, and you could tell they blew their budget that episode on just that alone. But yeah, the story, I think if this series had like a terrible story, this would be just another series that probably would have got lost amongst a whole bunch of other shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the story is really good. I think it holds up very well, which you said that there's more story in the manga after this?
Yeah, it's a lot. I
Man.
actually think it's not necessarily an arc, but it's this next part that happens after this that it is so good. I really want you guys to read it. If you don't read anything of the Fable, at least just read the next chapters that come after the anime ends, because
Okay.
it is so excellent.
I hope they continue it. I hope they make a season 2 or whatever, because I don't know how well it's received. I don't know if it's one of those where it didn't do so well they're not going to make any more. But if that's the case, I might just read this.
Look out for Blu-ray sales. If they meet expectations and they sell well, it will get a season 2.
Yeah, this show I'm going to be doubtful on that, to be honest.
Yeah, the only reason I say that is because I think this show is just flown under the radar. I don't think
Jashin Chan Dropkick got like 8 seasons, so.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll see what happens.
In this
but I'll
world, nothing is
definitely be
impossible.
reading. Sure, for sure. But yeah, I need to look at the manga now. Is the art like really good in the manga?
I posted some panels, I'm pretty sure, but I could show you some panels.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll show you some panels from this episode, so as to not spoil.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. But is that pretty much it?
I'm pretty sure Le Fable is my favorite anime of the season. Pretty sure it is.
It may as well. It may be mine too. I look forward to watching this every week.
Like, I want to see the live action, just because I think it works so well in a live action.
I mean, it's basically a mobster movie, so yeah, it would work in a live action. The only goofy parts would be the forehead tapping and maybe the obsession with Jackal. It does look pretty good.
Oh, that looks like way better than the anime.
That's what I'm saying. If this would have gotten like a nice studio attached to it, I think this would have been highly regarded as a great show. Not that it isn't already. It's just I think it would have just made it that much better.
Mappa's
That's
crying
pretty-
in the corner right now, like
Mappa, Madhouse.
adapted this. I mean,
Yeah.
they did adapt Jigo Kuraku, which was kind of a surprise. So
We've been spoiled by Demon Slayer and JJK's animation. Yeah, in a way, QRW6.
oh, just wait until Dan. Just wait, it's crazy.
How do you guys feel about Usubo as a villain?
I love him. I think he is amazing as a villain. He's not exactly the greatest character, I would say, but as like as purely defined like as an antagonist and a villain, he is memorable. He has a quirk about him that makes him seem a little off and a little weird and psychotic. And he's very threatening in my opinion. But he's not my favorite character, but I think just as a villain itself, he's very, very solid.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's kind of falling into the stereotypical villain now where, any means to an end, gotta kill Akira, blah, blah, blah. At the beginning, I think he was pretty good just because of how he would extort people and just kind of like it showed kind of his smarts and his cunning as to how he was doing stuff. But like I said, now we're kind of like into the part where, it seems like he's not really, and maybe that's the point. It just kind of makes it feel like he's got tunnel vision. All he sees is Akira, and he doesn't care how to get to him. He just wants to kill him. And I liked him at first, but now he's just becoming a little generic. That's just my opinion.
I feel that what he's doing now is just innate fear, because you have the Fable, which is this rumor, assassin, rumor group of assassins who can kill you at any moment. So I think his tunnel vision is warranted because it's like he doesn't know whether they're going to go after him again or not, and that fear brings it to a point to where it's like I can't live life as long as someone like Akira has his sights on me. And then it's like, I don't know if they're ever going to have my sights on me again. For all I know, it could be someone more than Akira. It could be 2 of them, 10 of them, for all I know. So, yeah, like, I think right now he's definitely working because of his fear. But even then, it's super interesting, how he went about this whole thing. It's not just purely revenge. I think it's also just he's scared of the unknown, which is the Fable.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty great, but there may be an antagonist better than him. But that's later.
Oh. Well.
Well.
All right.
Is that it for Le Fable?
That's it for me.
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's get into some viewer questions.
View.
Questions.
This question is for everything animated and Satsuki the Savage. What part of Westeros would you live in? The Crownland, the Vale, Dorne, or the North?
Definitely not North. Hell no.
North is way too cold, and also when winter finally comes, it'll snow for years. No, thank you. Isn't Dorne like that desert
the sand place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of like Arizona. It's kind of like home. The Veil.
This
What's the Veil again?
where Caitlyn's stayed. Remember remember it's
Let
the
me
place
see.
that they didn't really show the veil too much. Remember where Tyrion he met Braun for the first time, and they had the
Oh, okay.
yeah
Yeah,
combat by trial,
yeah,
trial by
yeah, yeah.
combat.
I'm looking at it.
That's the
Okay.
veil.
I don't in Cramland. That's King's Landing, right?
King's Landing is so dirty.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like. I mean, I know people want to live there. Oh, but it looks so bummy and just gross. If anything, Dorne would be a place I'd live. It like I think we saw Dorne once in one season,
Yeah, a couple of times because
and it looked nice.
Jamie went there with Braun.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll probably go to Dorne too.
Yep, that's where I'd be.
Well, next question. Who do you think would win this fight? Super Perfect Cell or Dabura from the Boo arc with Majin upgrade?
Deborah, the Demon King. He's basically the devil against Super Perfect Cell.
Yeah, what's
I don't even have to think about it.
Cell?
Super
Right?
Perfect Cell. Wait, what is Super Perfect Cell? What does that mean?
I mean, if that's like final form Cell, I don't know. Is there a Super Perfect Cell? Hold on, Super Perfect Cell. He just looks like the regular guy. I don't know. I don't know what Super Perfect Cell is.
Grade 4 Super Perfect Cell.
I don't understand this question because I don't know what Super Perfect Cell is, and when he says
Oh,
Deborah with
right
the
here, Ellie.
Majin.
Ellie says Cell after he explodes and comes back. Oh, and gets the Zinni
Okay,
boost.
so
That's super.
What is Deborah with the Majin upgrade? Because like we knew Deborah when he was already with
Right,
Labadee. So
and
like,
I feel like Deborah wasn't even that strong. I feel like I, I feel like one of the kids could have taken out Deborah.
He always reminded me for some reason of the lead guitar player in Limp Bizkit. I don't know why.
Wes Borland.
Yeah, I always when I saw him, I was like, oh, why am I thinking of Limp Bizkit right now?
I wonder if it's the name Deborah, Wes Borland. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it could be that. Who knows? This is when I was a kid, so I didn't know anything about. I wasn't into music like I am now. I don't know. I don't know. Next question. Or are we answering this? Did we we
I
already answer
said
this?
Super Perfect Cell. I feel like he owns them.
I do as well.
I don't know. I don't know because like if you think about it, because he only got beat by Boo, but didn't Gohan like slap him up too?
He did, but remember Gohan wasn't fighting for the longest time, and he was like fighting him, but he was like struggling because he hadn't fought since he beat Cell.
Yeah, and Cell says that really cool line in the video games where he goes, "Beat it, take your planet with you." So I like that. I like that one a lot. So I'm gonna go.
No,
Cell.
he never finished the fight with Gohan because he did the he didn't finish that fight with Gohan. I don't know. That's actually a good question. Uh, I'm more inclined to go with Cell because of that. Just because Cell has more feats.
Right, he can regenerate.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if Deborah could beat him. So that's where I'm at.
Next question. Out of these universes, which 6 suits Ken Kaneki the best? Naruto, Demon Slayer,
Kaneki.
Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, Attack on Titan, One Piece, Adventure Time, Fist of the North Star, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the Ghibli films, Bleach, Jujutsu Kaisen, Dragon Ball Z, and Ghost in the Shell.
This is what the fuck is it?
Tokyo Ghoul guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Naruto,
Definitely Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer for sure. Adventure Time.
Well, Vampire Hunter D is probably, that would make sense because
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be good in JoJo.
And Bleach.
Yeah, Bleach too. So that's 5. He'd be good in JJK. So that's 6. Yeah,
Wait. Okay.
that's what I would say. Those are mine.
Yeah. Demon Slayer. Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. I never seen it, but it sounds appropriate because of Tokyo Ghoul.
Right.
JoJo. JJK. I never seen Fist of the North Star. It sounds kinda right. And he might work in Naruto.
Well, all right then. Next question. Among these 4, who's your favorite wifey? Ai Hoshino, Marin Kitagawa, Takahashi Rika, Miku Nakano. Well,
3 high schoolers versus an adult.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ai Hoshino. That's my wifey.
Also, when they say favorite wifey, is it like, do they be just by character alone? Probably not.
Yeah, probably not how we do it. No.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
even then, like I although I like Maureen,
Maureen's great.
Ai is pretty dominant. I'm not going to lie. I might still go with Ai if we talked about that.
Yeah. I did have a hell of an intro. It's kind of hard to upstage that. Rika, just that story alone of her being a Chinubio is like so good. Her as a character, she's just funny. And she does that sound when she gets hit.
Oh yeah, when she gets hit by the paper football. That was so funny.
Yeah, she tried to be cool and catch it with 2 of her fingers, and it slipped through her fingers, and then it smacked her in the forehead, and she went, oh.
Remember when she used to go, Utah?
She didn't do that. The
great American state of Utah.
Those words never left her lips. And Miko is just, she's the best of the Quints, but no, I think I gotta go with I because if we're talking about waifu, I ain't touching no high schoolers.
Next question. Why was the Star Wars sequel trilogy hated? Only these answers because there are a lot. Ruined Luke, Rey was a Mary Sue, story had no direction, unsure.
I'm not sure because I've never seen it.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, I think me and maybe C are the only ones that can answer this. The story, I would have to say, I mean, all these are good reasons. Rey, her character was just weird. They definitely ruined Luke, but if anything, I would have to say that the story had no direction. It was basically the same thing. It was Episode 4, A New Hope, repackaged, rebranded as a new trilogy, and then basically when they made the 3 movies, they fucked it. They fucked The Last Jedi up so bad that they originally were going to bring in a director to finish the series, and it was going to be a completely different stories. And then they were like, "Oh, let's bring J.J. Abrams back in," and then it kind of redeemed itself, but at the same time, the damage had already been done, so it was just bad.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say that the story had no direction. Like if they would have made a concrete, this is what the trilogy is going to be, it would have been fine. but they ruined it.
Yeah, I think you're right on the money. I think like literally, like factually, and I'm gonna say that with a grain of salt, and you should take that with a grain of salt because I do not want to spread misinformation on this. But from what I understand is that Disney greenlit a trilogy before they even knew what the hell they were even doing, just in deciding
Yep.
marketing. They immediately greenlit it the day they had control.
They had no idea what they were going to do after the first movie. I agree.
And from what I hear, J.J. Abrams sort of had something going, like he kind of set it up, and you can tell because that first movie is like
The first one's fine.
it's sort of like it's supposed to remind you of all the things you're supposed to like about Star Wars, and it's supposed to be just kind of harmless, not like filler, but just like a good foundation for how to continue. And then whoever was it
Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson. Oh my god.
He ruined the Last Jedi. He turned it into a subvert your expectations
Yeah, that's what I
type
heard.
of film when Star Wars is nothing like that. It's not a subvert your expectations
Yeah, it's
film.
just a
It's a
dumb space
fantasy.
show.
It's a dumb space show fantasy western with samurai swords as lightsabers. That's
Yeah.
what Star Wars is. How do you fuck that up?
Just talk vaguely about random shit and call it Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's kind of what he sort of did in a way. Yeah, he ruined a lot of characters from what I hear. I saw
Yeah,
The
he
Last
ruined
Jedi, and I remember seeing the theaters and it ending and going, I don't think I'm ever watching Star Wars ever again. And I still haven't.
Trust me. It was the first time I ever walked out of a Star Wars movie disgusted.
Ending
You know,
was
I know
horrible.
I know people like to shit on the prequels. Hell, I was one of those people just because
Prequels had authenticity.
prequels had authenticity. They weren't perfect, and they did kind of retcon a few things, especially with the Force. But overall, they're enjoyable. Say what you will about the prequels. You could watch it and go, "This is stupid," but it's campy, stupid fun, and
Yeah.
I love it.
It's probably what they should have been.
Mhm.
Whereas the sequels should not have been.
Never.
I don't know why. I get the temptation to do sequels because money. But I feel like you should just, at that point, instead of doing sequels, because you're never going to like live up to that of what people have in their head, even if it's good. Even if it's the greatest thing ever, like factually better than the originals. Those 50-year-old nerds are going to come out of their closet, and they're going to get really mad at you if you do anything differently.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Because that's just the way people are. I mean, look at once great series like Halo.
Oh,
Look what happened to that. The fans don't like anything they do now. And because
they did.
and
They
it's
did the smart thing of having writers that had no idea what the fuck Halo was to add
Yeah.
to it. It's like, yeah, we never played the games.
343 hates Halo, and they're the team that works on Halo. It makes no sense. So that's just it's just corporate greed. It's just another symbol of corporate greed and a race to the bottom to try and gobble up all wealth, suck it all dry. That's all Star Wars sequels are.
Keep using these same IPs until they're unrecognizable and no one gives a shit about them anymore.
Till the next new one, so you can just steal all the money from everyone else too. Next question: which duo wins the fight? Deku and Bakugo, Naruto and Sasuke, Gon and Killua, or Luffy and Zoro?
Naruto and Sasuke, this isn't hard.
All right,
They
then.
are pretty strong. I'll give it to them.
One of them did land Hinata. That's kind of impressive.
That's the only thing you take into consideration.
And Deku and Bakugo are already married, so together.
But doesn't Luffy have Boa?
Well,
Luffy
Boa,
does.
no, it's more like
Damn.
Boa has Luffy, and Luffy has
Meat.
He has meat.
meat, and
Yeah.
his goal of becoming the king of the pirates. And Gon and Killua, they play Xbox together.
Hit the A button. I can't. Hit the A button. You're cheating. You're cheating.
That is Gon. Is that not Gon and Killua? They play Xbox together. That is their friendship. That is their personality. I'm gonna go with whatever Satsuki said because I don't fucking know anything anymore. Next question: which of the big three had the best villain cast? Naruto, Bleach, or One Piece?
I mean,
I'm gonna go with Fairy Tail.
never got too far into Naruto, but I do know that they had great villains. One Piece kind of has the disadvantage of being around a long time, so you could pick a villain out of there, but
Yeah, I feel like One Piece.
I don't know.
wins.
There's just something about Bleach and their villains.
Bleach's villains are pretty
Bleach,
cool. Yeah.
Bleach has some pretty good.
They're all
villains.
Nazis.
They're all Nazis, but
That smell
I don't
like.
know.
Well,
It's probably gonna be Naruto just for longevity's sake.
I say One Piece. I love Big Mom. I love Doflamingo. I love Borsalino. Even though he's not really a villain, but or I guess I should say like the Marines as a whole. That whole faction is really interesting. Oh god, I like Arlong. Arlong's a pretty cool villain. Crocodile is incredible. Buggy, incredible. I mean, there's just too many good ones in One Piece, and yeah, it has the longevity, but I do think it has some of the best villains. It has some of the worst, but mostly it's their track record. Oda's track record with villains is pretty good.
I think it goes to Naruto. You go arc to arc and you look at the central antagonist or like even like some secondary antagonists. I don't really think Naruto has a weak villain. Even like the one villain that people aren't too fond of, Obito, is admittedly not bad at all. It's just, yeah. But yeah, Naruto is, arc to arc. You look at the villains. Pretty great. The Akatsuki is one of the best like anime villain groups that you'll see.
All right. Next question. Excuse me. Among these waifus, one has to go. Who are you letting go? Maki, Boa, Yoruichi, and Makima.
Wait, one has to go?
One has
One
to
has
go.
to go.
Wait, isn't Maki the high schooler?
Yeah, Maki is.
Is it useless? Oh no, that's Miwa.
Yeah, Miwa's the useless one.
I was thinking of Miwa.
Blue popsicle.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of the high schooler. Hot take.
Yeah,
Getting rid of Maki.
Yeah.
as much as I love Maki,
But
Maki's
Maki
great.
blushes.
Yeah, she blushed. She showed human. She dared to show human emotion that one time. It was incredible. But she is a high schooler, and she is not my waifu, anyways. So
Yeah. We're gonna have to get rid of Yorichi.
what?
I feel like
you can't do that. You can't just come in here and say that.
I feel like they could have chose a better person to put in this Maki slot. It's like
Yeah.
Boa. Like it's like sex god. It's like Boa, Yorichi.
Yeah, it would have been funny to have Mei in here because we would have killed her too.
Well, yeah.
If they put, what if they put
They should have did like
Nobara.
your
Nobara.
somebody.
Yeah, Nobara.
No, not Nobara.
Oh yeah,
What?
Nobara's
great.
15. Yeah, that's true.
We're replacing a high schooler for a younger high schooler.
Yeah, and a redneck at that.
put Yor in there? Fine.
Twisting my arm.
son.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And honestly,
yeah,
otherwise
Yorichi's
it would have been
gotta
Makima. I would have killed Makima straight up.
No, Maki's going.
Next question. Pick one and the rest will try to kill. Pick one and the rest will try to kill you. Okay. Oh. Whew. Maki, Boa, Yoruichi, or Makima?
Makima, do the thing.
Yeah.
Protect me. Protect me, Makima, with your hand thing.
Well, okay. Hold on. If you pick Boa, because Boa canonically is supposed to be so beautiful that everyone loves her, and
these are all girls.
But everyone, even women,
even the girls. Okay,
it turns them to stone if they have any sort of feelings for Boa.
Is that right? Is that how it works?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think Makima's fallen for that.
Oh. That's the thing.
I feel like
does Makima turn to stone?
So the question is, who are you the most fearful of with this question? I feel like for me, I think Boa is the most fearful one out of everybody. Yorichi's pretty, Yorichi would be pretty like bad as well. But I mean, if she did try to kill me, like I wouldn't even know. She would just be so fast that I just get speed blicks, and it is what it is.
Your head flies off as you're smiling.
Also, once again, Maki doesn't fit in this list. She has heavenly restriction. That's about it.
I'm not really scared of Maki when it comes to these other players.
Yeah, relatively, she is not very scary, in my opinion. To be fair, I'm not exactly scared of Boa either, so maybe that's not like a good metric.
I am.
I mean, if I saw Boa, I wouldn't be like, first of all, I'd probably be turned into stone. But, like, I wouldn't, she's not someone I think you necessarily get super scared over. Same with Yoruichi, so yeah. I think the really only scary one is, like, outwardly looking is kind of Makima, and that's yeah. I think I'm gonna It's either Boa or Makima for me. I don't know which one.
I made my choice.
I think Boa, because if you pick Boa, you get to be on her crew and stuff. I guess. Next question. Who wins, Blade or Deathstroke?
Blade.
Think so?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Deathstroke's pretty good. He's got the arsenal and everything, but Blade can cut bullets in half.
And
gotta give it to Blade.
And Wesley Snipes is fucking awesome as Blade.
Right, Wesley fucking Snipes is great. He's half vampire, so he's got the strength of vampire where he could throw you through walls and shit. Yeah, I think Blade has it. Especially if he gets some blood into him and it makes him stronger. Like if he just gets somebody to give him any kind of blood, he'll just rage out and just start whooping.
Yeah.
Then that's it for Deathstroke.
I think the disadvantage in that fight would be that Deathstroke isn't a vampire. It's like with Blade is like he's adept at killing vampires, obviously. But with Deathstroke, he's adept at killing anything that's in front of him.
He's a merc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think that would maybe give him an advantage in a head-to-head. And it's one of those weird situations where it may not mean that Deathstroke is stronger than Blade necessarily, but he may have an advantage over killing him over, Blade killing Deathstroke. But I don't know. I'm not a comic book reader, so it's not like I know all their feats.
It would be a pretty good, right? It would be a pretty close battle. It definitely would.
I used to know this lady who was really into Deathstroke and Batman. She went to the 100th birthday for Batman or something like that. Super into Batman. Had all the comic books. Had this really cool comic of this misprint of Batman's, his junk was out in one chapter. And so they had to go back and reprint it to obviously remove that. And she had a couple of those. I mean, she was super fan, so that's the only way I know.
Sounds like it. She has Batman's dick.
Yeah, she's got Batman's dick. 2 of Batman's dicks, technically. But yeah, that's the only kind of thing I know Deathstroke from is from what she said, and as well in the Arkham games, that one fight with Deathstroke was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, in Arkham City, I think is what it was.
Maybe City, yeah. Well,
Or maybe Arkham, because it wasn't Arkham Asylum.
Was it the prequel that Deathstroke was in?
Origins. I can't remember. I think he was in Origins.
I can't remember at this point, but.
Mm-hmm.
Next question: who is your favorite character whose name starts with S? Sasuke, Sukuna, Saitama, or Sanji?
Saitama.
Sukuna.
It's not Sanji. I can tell you that. It's not Sasuke. I think I'm gonna go with Saitama. He's bald. And baldies win. Who's winning this fatal 4-way? Sasuke, Sukuna, Saitama, or Sanji? Sukuna?
Saitama.
oh yeah, Saitama. Yeah, it would be Saitama, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, Mr. One Punch Man for sure.
Next question. Who has the best origin story in the MCU? Tony, Thor, Steven, or Steve?
Like Steve Rogers. But who's Steven?
Who's Steven?
Because Steve Rogers, I think, is Captain America. Let's see. MCU Steven. Oh, Doctor Strange. I didn't know that was his name. Let's see. Origin story-wise. Tony builds that. Thor is basically a son of a god. Steven's Doctor Strange.
I'll say Steve, even though I don't really.
Rogers.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm maybe not like a big fan of like the soldier serum thing, but like he was a war hero. I think that is a very cool origin story that he originally he was like the original hero before anybody was like really heroes. He was an actual war hero.
Yeah, definitely Steve Rogers, Captain America, and he has a wonderful ending too. At the end of Endgame.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Steve Rogers too. I like Captain America. He's very American.
He's worthy of Mjolnir.
Yeah, that is true. And Tony Stark is basically, I mean, we basically already have Tony Stark in our world, and he fucking sucks. So, next question. This question is for everything animated and Satsuki the Savage. Who's the most loyal character amongst these four in Game of Thrones? Lord Eddard Stark, Brienne
Tarth
of Tarth, Sir Jorah Mormont, or
Very
the
good.
Grey Worm?
Okay. You nailed the second one, by the way. Very good. Very good.
I agree.
Lord Eddard Stark is loyal, but he's loyal to a fault. Brianna Tarth is also pretty loyal.
I think it's Jorah. This man had grayscale. Yeah. He had grayscale and got exiled by Daenerys and still was trying to help her in some way. He like lost all his reason to help her, was dying and still tried to help her.
That is so very true. I think you're right on that one because to be fair, he did last a long time. He had every reason to basically say, you know what, fuck her. I'm done with this. And still was like, you're my queen. I love you. She didn't love him back. And I think that was the most heartbreaking is that he would have done anything for her. And she was basically his friend. Nothing more than that.
He sold himself into slavery and fought in the Colosseum.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You know what? The more we talk about it, I think it is Sir Jorah Mormont. He is the most loyal, for sure.
Well, EA.
Yes.
I have a question.
Well, if it involves any type of allegations, take it up with my lawyer.
Not at all. Where can they find you?
You can find me over at my channel, Everything Animated. I have very close to 600 subs. Not really doing much of quite anything. I posted our King of Anime podcast Twitter. Might need to create a Threads, King of Anime Threads, just to do that.
Or
you know,
Blueski.
or Blueski, whatever that is. Just so you know, we guys have a Patreon. It's only $1 stinking. $1 gets you all kinds of absolutely wonderful content. Hold on. I just want to go through the list. Oh, come on. Do it. There we go. We have basically a Watamote celebration special. We have a KOA video game special, a Madoka Magica Rebellion special, a KOA Drunken podcast, and as if you guys missed it earlier, C-Tactics said it, where we have a Pokemon one coming out to our Patreon here really soon.
Oh, did it not finish uploading?
I don't see it.
Oh, fuck.
I think it's something because I looked on you'll see it. It said like something that I failed.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, so it's waiting to be uploaded and put on there again, but it will be there.
Well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow morning.
If you are interested, it supports the channel. It helps us keep going with doing this wonderful thing that we do here at KOA. Only $1 stinking, and you get, like I said, a backlog of all that content as well. And there's going to be future stuff we'll talk about. We kind of discuss what the future stuff's going to be on that Patreon of Pokemon. So if you want to know what that is, subscribe now to find out. So thank you very much.
And then wait for tomorrow. Subscribe and then wait till tomorrow.
Right, subscribe and you will see it tomorrow. It'll be there. But we do have a backlog, so if you're curious about that stuff, it's there too. So there you go.
Satsuki.
Hey, that's me. Well, you can find me on my main channel, Sasuke the Savage, as well as my other channel, Sasuke the Gamer, Sasuke the Reactor, Twitch, Sasuke the Savage, the DA, and the THE, where I stream every weekend, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, that may change because of football and whatnot. So that time on Sunday may change, but been trying to keep a consistent record with that. Having fun with things I'm playing. Been playing Persona 4, GTA 4, and League and some other stuff. But no, if you want to support me, follow one of those channels. I'm trying to really get back to my main channel though, Sasuke the Savage. I put out a video that I've actually felt passionate about, which was the Kakaguri one, and I'm happy to see that one did pretty well. I think it got like 7K last time I checked, so that was pretty good. But I got to keep at it, keep trying to find things that I'm motivated to do, and then make the videos on them. But yeah, you want to support me? Follow those channels, subscribe, and I'll see you there.
Well, I guess as for me, today on my second channel, I did a video on chapter 166 of Dun Da Dun. It was very good. So go check it out if you haven't already. Tomorrow, new Chainsaw Man chapter. I think we're getting near the end of part 2, which could be the end of the series. Could be just the end of part 2 and going into a part 3. Who knows? But it is very good so far, so that should be a lot of fun. And this Friday, I'm releasing my schedule for the main channel and what to expect and all that stuff, and it should be a lot of fun. But other than that, thanks everybody for coming out Really appreciate it. Love you all. Have a good day. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Later.